Good evening. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Lazy Days. Hi, Seansville Bonds. Hi, Missy.
What is
Hey,
going on?
Hey, Chris.
Going on?
Well, you know we're here.
Yeah. That
And you
guy?
know what? I have so much to share. You're going to find out who this is. People are asking who this is. I found out even more that I didn't even get to tell you. I found so many more um, other accounts for this guy.
Yeah, he looks like a nice fella. Wonder
What?
why wonder why it says inmate.
Yeah, not a nice fella.
No,
I
not at
found
all.
I found more TikTok accounts for him. Like literally just like 30 minutes ago. With more other content that is just very ironic, um, and weird. Um, he gets angry at people. He has videos where he's like yelling at people because he's mad.
Wow.
Um, um, yeah, and
Yes,
he
we got him off the street.
absolutely. And I did find some evidence that he was interacting with someone both on YouTube and on TikTok that I mean, I don't know ages of people, right? But they appear to be a minor.
Oh yeah, I truly believe it because we'll get into that.
Yeah.
We'll let you get started,
Because
then we'll.
I know for a fact that he was interacting with this one account on YouTube and also on TikTok. But I don't know the age of the person, but they clearly state that they like live with their parents, and they talk about going to dinner with their parents, and um yeah, they look very, very young. Um but I don't know. I can't verify, ages or anything. Thank you guys, and welcome in. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Um so I guess that we will kind of get started here. Um I didn't know, Chris, if you wanted to kind of explain, first of all, somebody says, is this my ex? No.
Uh,
No. Um, someone, if you wanted to kind of explain how you came across this person.
let me see if I can get Epic Girl in here.
Okay.
But this is her deal. She's the one got him.
Yeah.
I like to give credit where credit's due, and she was awesome at getting him. So let me see if we can get her to join us.
Awesome.
Right.
Hello,
Good
hello.
evening. Hello.
Well, yeah, he is now an inmate, and he has multiple TikTok accounts. One of them I just found like 30 minutes ago. Um, he has probably three different TikTok accounts. He has a YouTube account. He has an Instagram account. One of his TikTok accounts has over 20,000 followers, like 26,000 followers or something like that. The other ones are kind of smaller. But yeah, he has at least three TikTok accounts. I'm not sure if he's on Twitch. I didn't even think to check that.
I bet he is on Twitch because he's a gamer.
Yes.
Do you want me to do
Yes.
Twitch?
Anyway,
Sassy, he's in Ohio.
right. So you guys have heard us talk about the guy that wanted to do things. He said he was doing things with a and when you hear this, this is not a joke. A 4-year-old. He told our decoy, um, asked her if she liked Polly, and she said, "Yeah, how old?" And he said 4 and 26.
Yeah, he said that those were the ages. And I
I
actually heard the recorded conversation where he was talking about it with the decoy. I
he,
can't play that, and that's probably evidence anyways, so I wouldn't want to mess with that, but I
he
can
is not in
verify that.
prison. He is in jail. He
Yeah.
just got arrested Friday.
Yeah, he did just get arrested on Friday. Um
The last
yeah.
thing I see, he has a $10,000 cash bond. Not yeah, a $10,000 cash. He can't pay 10% and get out. He has
They're
to have
asking what part of Ohio, isn't it Cincinnati?
Cincinnati area.
Yeah, like outskirts of Cincinnati. He does have a bond, but it's 10,000 and yeah, he can't pay a portion of it, it would have to be the full 10,000.
And
Um
I believe I'm not 100% on this, but I believe he's on disability, so I doubt he's gonna have the money to bond out.
yeah, and he's talked about not having parents and things like that in the videos. I think he might have a brother. I think he might have some siblings, but doesn't seem like he seemed to be a loner a lot. He's been in and out of different relationships though, based on his videos. Um, but other than that, like it doesn't show that it seemed like he was a loner. He played video games a lot. There were times where he did have some jobs. He has talked about applying for disability. Because I heard him say that in one of the videos.
But then he said he was
So
working at a pizza place.
right, yeah, Cece's Pizza.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
just to get started, so the decoy had met him on Facebook, and she was in a teen chat room, and she got on there and she stated her age of being 13 years old, and immediately he comes in and says, "You're 13. Do you want to F?"
wow, what?
Yeah, that's how the conversation started. You're 13. Do you want to F?
Mm.
So and one of my rules is with Epic is anytime that there's an actual child involved, since we don't use children to do what we do, we use adults that look like they could pass for underage, or we Photoshop pictures to make them look underage.
Right,
If there's ever a child, we immediately contact police because I don't want that child to have to go through any more than it's already went through. So if somebody's telling me that they're doing something to a child, we're going to call the police wherever they're at and try to get that child the help as quick as we can. So in this case, when he told the decoy about him um, having a 4-year old and a 26-year old, the decoy contacted me, and I told her just to keep it going. I was going to contact law enforcement. I contacted them. They contacted me back a few days later, and within that day, they already took over the case. They signed us out of the apps that she was talking to him on, and they took over. And then they arrested him that night.
wow.
How serious they took it.
So didn't he uh, didn't he also have some pretty extensive conversation with the decoy? It wasn't just that he was talking about doing something with a 4-year old and the 4-year old's mother. Like he was also trying to
He
get the
groomed her.
13-year-old involved again, like asking if the 13-year-old was poly and seeing if the 13-year-old wanted to participate in some type of group relationship or
Yeah.
something like that, and some other things. Like wasn't he trying to meet up?
He was so he said he doesn't drive. He was gonna pay somebody to come and get her from Indiana and take
Mm,
her back to Ohio.
wow.
He in the phone call that you heard, he was grooming her on how to be a good wife.
Right.
He was telling her, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get in fights and arguments, but then we'll make up and have sex."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he thinks he's talking to a 13-year-old.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I heard that whole conversation.
So I mean,
Um,
he groomed the hell out of her, and I mean, she did an awesome job. She stuck to it. We found out that there was some people. I don't know if they were overseas or where, but they were scamming him for money.
oh yeah,
And
he was getting romance scammed, which
yeah, so you know,
okay, so for those of you who have joined me in the past for my romance scam episodes where we watched the episodes of Scamfish and all of that. Okay, so that was happening to him. He was actually getting scammed by a romance scammer. And you know that there are some of those episodes we've seen where the person that's getting scammed is like still like such a, you know, a-hole that we're kind of like, you know what? I don't have a problem with this one. Like this one, it's kind of okay if they're getting scammed. Like there was one guy we were watching, I remember, and he had been with his girlfriend for like a number of years, and I believe they had a child together, and he was saying all these derogatory things about her, saying how she was like old and overweight, and he wanted someone young and perky and all this other stuff. And then eventually, like, and he wouldn't, he kept just referring to her then as like his friend, like not as a girlfriend or a wife or anything, he was just really saying derogatory things about this woman that he was with for so many years and the mother of his child. um and he was like planning on going off with this person that he thought, you know, he was in a relationship with. um and was saying how, based on pictures, that this person was so much younger and beautiful, and all this other stuff, and he was gonna leave his woman and his child, like, to go be with this, imaginary person. No, not no, sweet sassy, I'm talking about a romance scam episode. But that particular episode that we watched, like, we were kind of like, all right, we really don't have an issue with this guy getting scammed, like. And there was like, and also, there was another guy who was really, really, really like hyper focused on meeting somebody really, really young. Like he was much older and he was looking for someone who was like 18, like just barely legal. And we were like, this guy's creepy. Like if he gets scammed, we don't have a problem with this one. You know what I mean? Like we kind of, yeah, so it's kind of like that. This guy was apparently getting romance scammed by someone, and um, so that's everybody's saying it. I just got here. Who's this guy? We're trying to let you know who he is. So was he was corresponding with someone who was a decoy. He thought they were a 13-year-old girl. He was telling this girl, who was a decoy, not a real 13-year-old girl, that he was inviting the girl to be in a poly relationship with what, a 23-year-old and her daughter who was 4.
a 26-year-old in
Oh,
four.
26-year-old, thank you. 26-year-old woman and her daughter who was 4. Now, the decoy and of course Chris took that very seriously and reported that to the police. Now, what ended up being found out was that there is no real 26-year-old or 4-year-old because he was getting romance scammed. Um, the 26-year-old is probably, a foreign scammer, okay, that just sent him a picture of a woman who looks like they're 26 and of, with a child that looks like they're 4 and claimed to be them. Um, so in reality, there wasn't even really a real 26-year-old or real 4-year-old that anything was going to happen with. But he thought it was. He thought it was. He was trying to do that for sure. Hopefully that makes sense. Does everybody understand what I mean with that?
Yeah, he's He's a character. I mean, he I believe he has a true problem wanting children.
Yeah, I mean, so the weird thing about all this is that, it does actually involve a scam as well, because he was getting romance scammed. This romance scammer, like I said, sent a picture of a 26-year-old woman allegedly, and with a 4-year-old girl next to them, and said, this is me, and whatever. He thought he was in a relationship with that person. He was sending that person money. And apparently he had asked this scammer, who he thought was a 26-year-old, mother of this 4-year-old, if he could do things with the daughter. And the scammer said yes, and they had conversations about it apparently, and the scammer agreed to it. But I don't know why a scammer would go along with a story like that. It's just crazy. So there was really no real 26-year-old or 4-year-old that he even was in any type of relationship or correspondence with. He was getting relationship scammed. And but this is what he was planning on doing. He thought it was real, and he was planning on doing this. Now, can you tell me, Chris, because there was a charge on his record, and I didn't really understand what the terminology was as to what his charge actually is.
Importuning of a minor.
What is that? What is that importunity?
Basically grooming, wanting pictures, stuff like that.
Okay.
So they didn't get him. They didn't get him for solicitation of a minor. Ohio just has, every state has different laws that, different charges, and just their big one for this is importuning of a minor.
Okay. So grooming of a minor. And one other good thing to come of this, for your organization, Chris, is that this particular, um, I don't know if it was the DA or a detective, or whoever it was that you spoke with. I think you said it was a detective. They indicated that if you have anything else like this occur in their jurisdiction, that they will look into it. They're not just going to completely shut you down like some other jurisdictions have, correct?
Yeah, so he told me that if I get anything in Hamilton County, which that's the county that Cincinnati's in, he said hit him up immediately. He said I don't have to call, the police department. I can email him directly, and he will definitely take my evidence and see where we can go. And the reason, normally we go out and we do a fucking Facebook Live video, and then we turn it over to police. Well, with it being an actual child was involved, that's why we went to the police first this time. And plus, Ohio won't work with us because of their law. Their law states that it has to actually be a child or law enforcement. So the minute that we turned our apps over to him and let him text them, now that means law enforcement's now the one texting.
Mm,
So anything that he said to us, they didn't charge him for.
okay.
So
It
when
was
they
whatever
when
the
they logged us
conversation
out of the
was.
apps, they logged us out of the apps and they took over. So within a matter of a couple hours, they had enough that he said to them as a child to go and get an arrest warrant and pick him up that night.
Yeah, so it was whatever he was saying with the police officer, who at that point then was pretending to be the 3-year-old. They kind of took over from there.
And I was told that there is two different investigations going on. There is the actual child abuse, because we made claims that there was possibly a 4-year-old. There's one
Mm-hmm.
agency taking that, and then there's the agency that arrested him is taking the child solicitation case.
Got it.
So he
So,
may get more charges if they do come to find out that there is an actual 4-year-old, which now I don't really believe that there was a 4-year-old. Not in this case. There could be another 4-year-old he's done something with, but not what he told our decoy.
Yeah, and somebody asked if he had a previous record. We did look around in Ohio records. He mentioned in one of his videos that he used to live in Kentucky. So I did check Kentucky records and couldn't find anything. And those are the only two states that I saw that he ever resided in. Um, so we did check the two states that we were aware of and didn't see really anything else about him. Um, but I have a hard time believing that this would be the first time, especially with him being so bold um, when communicating with the decoy. So all of the communication in this case was on Facebook, correct?
It was Facebook and I believe through a texting app.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so he has. I found more Facebook accounts for him today too. So I found once I had his information, I started looking around social media to see what accounts he had and looking deeper into that stuff. So I found, I think, a total of 3 TikTok accounts, 2 of which I just found today. Uh, he has at least 3 Facebook accounts, and he has an Instagram, and he has a YouTube. One of his TikTok accounts has over 20,000 followers. I think 26,000 or something like that. But he hasn't posted on that one since 2021. But I found the one that he's most recently been posting on. So um, his YouTube, I forget how many followers he has on there, but he does have a pretty good number. He tries to focus on gaming and stuff. And the issue with that is that I mean, I don't have any evidence of it, but I believe that he may have been using that as a way to try to meet minors. I did verify that he is interacting with younger people in the gaming community that appear to be minors. I don't know their ages, but there definitely is at least one young lady that he talked about in one of his YouTube videos and in one of his TikTok videos, and she seems very, very young. She seems like she is a minor. And the minor actually did a little shout out to him on her YouTube as well. So there's communication going back and forth between them, and he even says that this is one of my close friends. And she does appear to be a minor. So on his YouTube, he's had that YouTube page for quite a while. Yes, like at least 8 or 9 years. He has been trying anything he can to try to go viral on YouTube and make money off of his YouTube page. And in fact, Chris, I believe you told me that he told this minor that she could come and live with him and they would just live off of making YouTube videos or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, he was gonna move her in, and she was gonna be a part of his everyday life.
Yeah. And he was going to involve her in the YouTube videos or something like that. And that was his goal, was for them to just um get some type of income, I guess, off of YouTube and make YouTube content, and that was going to be what they did as a job, I guess.
He also made a statement that he was he got hired on for McDonald's,
Mm.
and that maybe she can go up there and sit in the either wait for him at home till he got off, or she can come up there to the McDonald's and just hang out in the lobby while
Oh
he worked.
my. Yeah, just sit there in McDonald's all day while he's at work.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I want to do.
Right. Well, when I look back through his YouTube, he's been trying all kinds of different things to try to go viral on YouTube and to get followers and likes and subscribers, whatever. And it's crazy the different things he's tried. For a while he tried to sing some songs. He did cooking videos, he did eating videos where he was eating I don't know, hot peppers and like, weird things. And then doing like reactions to it. Um, he has tried doing trivia games. He's done things where he like tries to change his voice around. He's done movie reviews, like you name it. He's been trying to find anything to do that he could do to try to get um subscribers. And eventually the video games, I think, is what kind of got him the most attention. And so that's what he pretty much has stuck with most of the time recently here. I also discovered that he at one point was homeless and was begging for money. So he actually was a beggar. He decided to leave whatever relationship he was in. He said it was like a toxic relationship basically, and that he'd rather be homeless than to live with this person anymore. And he made a video from a hotel room claiming that his uncle was paying for it. And he was making videos asking people to help pay for hotel rooms and stuff. And he was giving out his PayPal.
Let me interrupt you for a second on that. When we made first contact with law enforcement, like when I called the dispatch, the officer, I mean, he was so disgusted. You could hear it in his voice, like when I told him about the 4-year-old. And I kind of felt like he was tearing up for this child, which, I mean, anybody would. He connected me to his sergeant, and the sergeant knew exactly who this dude was. They lived in one spot. I guess there was a group of guys living together, and they moved from one part of town to the other part of town, and they didn't pay rent. So the landlord was out there throwing a fit, and that's how they ran into him. I know exactly who he was. So, he's out here not paying his bills, wants everybody else to do it. Kind of sounds like my buddy Mark.
Yeah, and he also, it seems like, was in a few different relationships where he was thank you, Dawn, where he was just, with the person for a place to stay. And I don't want to speculate on anyone's orientation or anything like that, let's say. But at one point he claimed to have a boyfriend. That's what he called this individual. There are times that he did refer to the significant other as a he. There's sometimes that Jason referred to a significant other as a she. At one point, they had a GoFundMe going, and he was claiming that it was for top surgery for his significant other to transition. So I don't, this is someone that, again, I don't know his orientation for sure, but we've seen other people like this. And what I speculate is that he is what I call a hobosexual. Okay, because he just goes with whatever just so that he has a place to live. Because he has no problem taking advantage of anyone of any orientation, I don't believe. I will show those, BB. I'll show all the accounts. Yeah, hobosexual. And
Because I'm looking on Twitch while we're live. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I'll have to show you the accounts, BB, because I don't have
Okay,
them
when you get to
written
it.
down in a list. And at one point he also made a PO box and was asking for people to send him things. He was like, if you want to send me some different foods to try or products to try, and then I'll do a video about it. And he had gotten a PO box, and he invited, and this is his words, his fans. He said, it's for all of my fans to send me things. So he really thought he had fans. He is in Ohio. Has he ever worked at a job? Yes. I know for a fact that he did work at a CC's Pizza. Chris said that he was supposed to be working at McDonald's at some point. I'm not sure where else. Not sure where else he may have worked. Those are just places. Yes, he does. He is on Roblox. He is on Minecraft. Um, the young lady that he was interacting with, she also plays Roblox and some other video games. And again, we don't have evidence that he was interacting with anyone on video games for sure, but I know he was interacting with this one young lady who really does appear to be a minor. And if that's the case, I mean, oh, there was somebody in one of his videos too. Okay. In one of his videos where he was asking for money, he was asking for people to send him PayPal because he was homeless. And somebody in the comments said something like, "I'm sorry, I can't help you, buddy. I'm only 14." So it did appear that there were, because again, his stuff is about gaming, and there's a lot of young people and teenagers and kids that would maybe follow his YouTube or his TikTok if he's showing his gameplay and showing tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff, and that's what they're there for, but that's not what he may be there for. Okay? So I'm going to show you some stuff from some of his accounts. This is obviously a very, very serious situation. It's a very serious charge. What he does and what he has done is no joke and is no laughing matter, but you might still chuckle at a couple of his videos. Okay? I'm just saying. The matter and the topic is not funny at all. Again, just making that clear. But you may find some of his videos comical or just ironic in nature. So let me see which account we want to look at first here. Give me a second, because I have lots of stuff.
You're doing that. Hey guys, like I said, this was not I was not the decoy on this. The girl that did decoy this, she deserves all the credit in the world for this. I mean, because she's very new with Epic, and she did one hell of a job with him.
Oh, it was great. I mean, based on the phone call, she was really playing everything out on the phone call.
Yeah, I wish they can hear the phone call.
I mean, I can play it if you think it's okay to play it, but I don't, because there isn't anything, isn't any explicit terms used. I don't think.
Did you
I
listen
just
to the second phone call?
I just have the one,
20
and
minutes.
it's the one I have, the one where the decoy asks him what the limit is, like what the age limit is, what's his minimum age and stuff like that. And
there's a 20-minute phone call, and then there's like a 5 or 10-minute phone call.
yeah, mine's the more brief one. Yes, he's behind bars.
The 20-minute one is where he's really grooming her really bad, but since you haven't heard that one yourself,
Yeah, and I might have to, redact
yeah,
things or whatever. I like to review it. Yeah.
you'll need to review it yourself to make sure that it's TikTok appropriate.
Yeah. Happy they caught him because Chris gave all the information to the police, and then the police took over the decoy account that the decoy had been using, and then they communicated with him pretending to be the 13-year-old girl, and whatever communications they had from there.
Oh, they pretended to be another child.
Oh.
Yeah, we introduced we had the decoy introduce her friend as a new child.
Oh my god.
That's what law enforcement was.
Oh. So that meant that he was basically trying to attempt speaking with several minors all around the same time.
Hey, Jen, do you want to join us on the box? Because I'm sure they would love to hear from you.
Mm-hmm. Her, I can send her an invite, I think. It is scary, Sherry. Um, but I also have something to show you at the end as well that may be helpful for some of you who have children or grandchildren or other family members who are young and play these games. Some suggestions, some red flags to kind of look out for, how to handle it. If you find that something inappropriate is going on, one thing I will tell you is one of the biggest things that I've seen, because I've been researching this. As a parent, let's say, you find out that someone has been inappropriately trying to interact with your child on a video game or on social media or whatever. As an instinct, as a parent, you want to remove that threat, right? So your first instinct is to, maybe whatever, take away the PlayStation or take away the Xbox or take away the phone. And that is like, the biggest thing they're not going to want to lose, right? That the child is not want to going to lose. And so essentially, if you do that, the child is being punished for not doing anything wrong.
Right.
So they're saying that that's like one of the worst things to do, is to actually completely take away those devices from them, because the child should not be punished. The child was a victim. And if it happens again, because there have been people, children that have been approached multiple times, that's one of the worst things to do, because if it happens again, they're not going to want to tell you. They're not going to want to be open and honest and tell you as a parent that they have been approached again or that something inappropriate happened, because they're going to think, oh, if I tell them, they're going to take away my phone again, or they're going to take away my Xbox or my PlayStation again, or whatever. So one of the worst things you can do is to take those things away completely, because they shouldn't be punished. What you have to do is make sure you know their passwords to these devices. Make sure you're monitoring things. Check in with your child. There's lots of different tips, but yeah. So let me see. Oh, what happened to Jen? She was in the box.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to her. The real Bizzer versus a scammer. But I don't know what else to tell you. That we're not talking about her right now. But thank you. Um, yeah, if she comes back in, I can get her back up. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, the box just closed out. So I don't know what happened. So we're gonna take a look at some of his YouTube videos, I think, first, and then I'll show you some of his TikTok videos, and I'll show you all the accounts. And while, yeah, I know Robizzle, she's a scammer. Uh, I have somebody else requested the box. What was I gonna say? Um, we'll look at some of his TikTok videos that he's posted. We'll look at the TikTok accounts. We'll take a look at the Facebook accounts. I don't know how long he's going to be, in jail. I mean, I don't think he's going to make bond, but he could get bonded out. And I hope that we can report these accounts. Any videos that you see that he's posted on these accounts that could possibly violate community guidelines, I say report them, and report the accounts, based on the content that are on his accounts. My hope is that, if he does get out, or when he gets out, that he will not have these TikTok accounts and these social media accounts anymore. Okay. Let's report
I'm gonna
him.
be right back.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Guys, I can tell you guys, listen to what she's saying. You have to check these kids' devices. Because the minute you don't think that this could happen to you, and then your child is going to become a statistic. And we don't want that. I joined up with Scamslam here to bring awareness to what I do for what she does, because it all coincides together. These guys are, they're scamming. They're trying to scam kids.
Mm-hmm.
Really, for to come do, the sexual things, or, trying to get the kids to send them gift cards or whatever.
Yeah, the story that I was watching today, they were saying that these predators will send gift cards to these kids. They will send them like the Roblox points or whatever they're called, the credits, credits on, PlayStation, they will send things like that. There was one that even like was trying to bribe the kid with food, like saying, if you send me some pictures, I'll have a pizza delivered to your house and all of that. There are updates on Mark. I will cover that after we are done covering Jason Vogel.
Yeah, so I mean, I truly believe Jason Vogel would have gave kids gift cards. Because, I mean, he was getting scammed by some grown woman. So he would very easily have been giving out other money to what he believed to be kids.
Well, to be honest, it probably wasn't a woman. Usually the foreign scammers are not women.
Yeah.
Not really. They're usually men, but let's take a look at some of his content here in the meantime that he had posted. Let me see here.
These platforms don't communicate with one another, which I knew, but it's an important reminder because he's flagged on Snapchat, but it's
and
not
I
like
have
they're
it
going
going at really fast speed, so I got to make sure I change that. Give me 1 second. Okay, so this is an old video. Now, remember I told you, this is a very serious topic. We all know that. But don't feel bad if you laugh at his content here, okay? Because, I don't know. It's a little comical to me. Remember I said that he really, really was trying to do anything he could to, like go viral and build up this YouTube platform and all of that. So one of the things he started with was trying to sing and play guitar. So why don't we get a sampling of Jason Vogel and what he has to offer here in terms of music.
I'm going to do a quick song right here on my YouTube channel. It's Don't Cry Joni. Play my guitar right here along with it. I've got a string messed up, but I got the other ones to use. It's called Don't Cry Joni
Jordan
by
Timu.
Conway Twitty.
Probably Timu.
Soon as this commercial's up, I know you'll hear it, but next door. I've known her as 10-year old. Me ain't no one day. And this is what she had to say. Please say you'll wait for me. Someday you'll see. Saving all my kisses just for you. Sky with love forever true.
Do you need me to make it stop?
Once more.
My grandma used to love that song.
He just ruined it to me.
He said I got a broken string, but I got other ones to play with. Oh no.
See, I told you, there's nothing wrong with laughing at some of this, okay? All right. I have another sampling. This was his second attempt. He was trying to do better here. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe that's not it. Give me a second. Oh, yeah, this is it. Let me make sure this is the right one.
Thank you, guys.
He's gonna
sing. He's gonna sing a song, and I'm not familiar with this. Maybe some of you are. A song called "Drunken Sailor."
He sounds like a robot. But he sounds the same in the phone call that he made with the decoy. The next title.
So let's try this one. Maybe this one's a little bit better. Okay.
Got my headphones on. I'm gonna do Drunken Sailor for y'all, and hopefully everything goes well. You let me know how I do. And the morning way, up she rides away, up she rides, up she rides, and the morning, up she rides away, up she rides, up she rides, and the morning. Rusty razor, shave it, belly with a rusty razor, shave it, belly with a rusty razor, and no more. Hey,
you guys' comments are funny. Okay, that one. It seemed like it got worse.
I had to invite Donnie because Donnie's got. If I got to see this, Donnie's got to see this.
I have one more song. I have one more. I have one more, and then he pretty much gave up after that with the singing stuff. I think he realized that that was not going to work for him on YouTube. It was not going to help him go viral. It wasn't, that he just was not good at this.
You promise he gives it up forever?
Well, no, I can't promise that. This next song is again, I'm not familiar with this song. He said that the name of the song is called Sea Shanty. Sea Shanty. So let's see if his last attempt is any better here at all.
Since you guys liked the previous one I've done, me singing what one person did, of me singing Drunken Sailor, I'm gonna do the next one, Sea Shanky, and see if that one will do any better, or what do you guys think? So here goes. And I got my headphones in, so just don't get a copyright. And once the ship put to sea, the name of the ship was Validity. Man, come bringing a sugar tea and rum. Day, may go take our leave and go. I'm trying to make sure we come up with weatherman come bring a sugar tea and rum. I'll take or leave and go. Da 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 da.
All right, you guys are saying please stop. So I will stop.
Sounds like he's singing in tongues like they do at my church on the weekend.
Oh my God.
See, you didn't even know I found all this stuff, Chris.
No.
I did my research, and I dug deep.
You dug real deep.
Yeah. Let's see what else I have for you here. So that was his attempts at the singing and stuff, and that did not work out very well. Let's see what else I found today.
River said, "I'm going to need my husband to hold me now."
All right,
in this one, he wanted people to give him suggestions as to ways that he could embarrass himself on YouTube.
He doesn't need suggestions. All he has to do is talk.
He's the leader to that band for sure.
I have no
for
words.
YouTubers. I know it's just kind of bright in here with the light, but try to hide it some. No, my hair's a mess still, but give me ideas on the way you want me to embarrass myself. You know, I know the poll came in and everything of that sort, but just give me ways that you would like me to see me embarrass myself. You know, try not to. I don't want to try to hurt myself or anything of that sort, but you know, ways that I can actually embarrass myself for the entertainment for you guys. You know, it can be anything as long as I don't hurt myself. Just leave me a comment on ways for me to do it. You know, and I will, you know, put some things together. So let me know ways that I should go and do that. So just let me know, and I will look into them. Peace out.
He wanted ways to embarrass himself. I mean, he was literally willing to like do just about anything just to try to go viral or
You said
whatever.
you said he had a PO box where people can send him gifts, and I just
yeah, his fans, his fans.
Man, I wish I would have known that. I would have sent him some handcuffs.
Well, I mean, it's probably not active anymore because I think the video was from like a year or two ago. But you know, I mean, he says it in one of his videos. He says what the PO. He gives like the whole address and everything. You know, like he gave it out. He gave it out. Let me see here. I don't know
Where is he originally from? Does anyone know?
No.
No.
I would say either Ohio or Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the two.
The only two places we know him of him being.
And by the way, this is his YouTube. So again, if you see,
I got
wait, here's the video.
To my
Okay, I couldn't get this to open at first. Let me open it up. I'll show you his YouTube because again, if there's any problematic videos on here that you happen to come across, or anything like that, you know, please feel free to report his account, especially like while he's in jail because he won't be able to fight any kind of you know, complaints against his accounts. Okay, so if he's violating any community guidelines on any of these platforms, you know. All right, this is where he's asking for people to send money to his PayPal.
Now, so I'm gonna leave it all in the description below for you guys to. If you all want to send me money, I will link it in the description below. So go ahead and check that out. And all the information will be in there for you all. So that way you can send me money if you choose to, if you guys can afford it. Anything will help. And I would greatly appreciate any help. If you guys can, I've been seeing some of the compliments that saying you can help. So if you would like to, it will be in the description below. So peace out.
And in this video, he was sitting.
Whoever don't like it.
He was sitting outside of a hotel room because he was homeless in a hotel room that his uncle paid for temporarily. I think this is the video where there was like a minor in the comments. Let me double check that.
Charlie, he does look like Devin. You're right. It's the blonde hair.
And in some of his videos, his YouTube and his TikTok videos, he had a large number of people that really felt like he needed help and wanted to help him, and they were tagging Mr. Beast to try to help him, which is just insane to me. Look at the YouTube comments. Look, we need to tell him what they meant to say is Mr. Beast about this guy. They were trying to get him help.
Mr. Beast would have probably paid him to stop.
Look here. Unfortunately, I'm only 14, so I can't donate, but I swear to God, I would if I had a job.
That's sad.
I'm sure that's not the only. I mean, he has tons and tons of videos. Like, it would take me a week or two to literally go through all of his YouTube and TikTok videos and go through all of the comments and watch them all. He has so much, but that's just one that I happened to catch. Okay. I'm sure there's much more. I'm sure there are minors interacting back and forth with him on these platforms. Just based on, seeing a few things.
Yeah, I hope I can pull a Twitch. I can't imagine him not having one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. He's got a.
Hello.
Yeah, I have Twitch open now, and as I see names on his accounts, I'm putting them in.
And he probably has Discord. Discord.
He definitely has a Discord. He definitely has a Discord too. I found record of that as well.
Misty, we don't know how many times he's done it.
All right, I got.
This is where he also again was saying that he was homeless and giving more information about being homeless, etc. This one's a little bit longer, but it'll kind of give you some insight as to, I don't know, I guess what his situation was at that time and why he was asking for money. He does have an Instagram. He does have an Instagram. I'll show you that.
I am currently here in a motel room for one night. More or less, not much to the room. Just give me a minute and I'll kind of briefly show you the room here. If you look behind me, let me unplug my charger here. I got a little mini refrigerator there, no microwave. I have a little table and chairs there. The bed with a few things I gathered up. Nice TV though.
So yeah, he's just kind of giving a room tour, but he, like, some of these videos, the thing was, I didn't come across any of these until today, so I didn't even know that he was begging and scamming until today. So that just like kind of put the icing on the cake with this guy, because we cover that, of course, too. And then let's see what this one is. A very important announcement, he says this is. So I forget what this one is. I forget what he says in this one. Let's see.
Video real quick. I'd like to up. You can see out of any of them that I have, and my loans got broken. But anyway, wanted to say, if you are friends with Kendra, associate with her, or know of her, you will be blocked.
Okay, so apparently Kendra was one of his exes that he was living with, and they had a falling out or whatever, and he was like really angry here.
Seriously. Had someone pretending to be her lawyer. She got blocked.
Lawyer?
And everything of that sort. I'm not dealing with her anymore. What I tell you is the truth about her. She steals. She hacks. She stole my TikTok, the Batman 1984-84.
That's funny, because we found that part. I found that account.
The thief stole half my clothes. So everything I tell you about her is the God's honest truth. So, like I said, friends with her, know of her, you speak to her or whatever, you will be blocked off my YouTube channel. I'm not putting up with it. I'm done with her for good. She's out of my life. I'm never going back to her. End of conversation. So I just wanted to clarify that to you guys, of knowing how she is. Peace out.
Yeah, so he was angry at whoever Kendra was there.
I bet Kendra's of age.
Right?
Because he definitely likes them young.
Well, he said that Kendra stole his TikTok account, the one called Batman whatever, and like I actually found that account. So how did she steal it? I have no idea. Like he uses that account right now. Like,
so he thinks he's Batman?
Yes.
He probably tells people you can't prove that he's not because you've never seen them together.
Here's another YouTube. Okay, so this is a YouTube that he made.
Yes, he has been arrested. He is in the jail in Hamilton County, Ohio, which is Cincinnati. He also, guys, he does have a court date. There's my epic girl. If you can add her, please.
Yeah, let me try it.
He has a court date on the 14th. I believe that they'll lower his bond in.
So I tried to send an invite, but I don't know if it's going to work because that account has like 0
She just made it to cover her identity.
Yeah, well, that doesn't usually work. That doesn't work. Yeah. It doesn't let you in a box when you do that.
Well,
you have to have a certain number. You usually have to have a certain number of followers. I think like at least 200 or something like that.
If anybody can go, if you guys can follow Epic Girl for me, please.
Yeah, follow Epic Girl. She's here in the chat. Epic Girl, if you could comment in the chat, maybe put a bunch of hearts or something like that, so that way everybody sees your username there, and we can have everybody follow you, so that way maybe you can go live on this account. She's just typed in the comments, "Here I am." Okay, they're all following. Let me make sure I do that as well. Let me grab your account there. All right, there we go. And then maybe you can try it again in a little bit.
Epic Girl is new to this, and she is awesome. She's probably, for her being, new, not really knowing how everything works, I give her all the praise in the world.
Yeah, she did an amazing job. Everybody
got my last. She's made it to where I can sit back and relax a little bit, and because before it was just me going after these guys, talking to these guys. And now, where I can sit back and relax, and just occasionally go out and expose these guys. So I praise her. She means a lot.
Much props.
It means a lot to Epic.
So this was a video that he made shouting out another YouTuber, and this is a YouTuber that I do believe may be a minor. So that's just what I'm saying. Like, I really, and I'm not 100% sure, but he did a shout out video to her, and then she did a shout out video back to him, and stuff like that. And he said that she's a really good friend of mine and all of that. So that was really strange to me. Let me see what else I found here. And then after this one, I'll show you his YouTube account, and then we'll look at some of his TikToks. All right. So at one point he was just arguing with people on TikTok because they were making fun of him for the headphones he was wearing or something. And he got like really, really angry when people made fun of his headphones. And there were a couple people that were saying the video quality on his phone for his videos was not good. He got really angry about that too. Like, he got really angry when anybody called out the quality of his phone and his headphones. So he made a whole YouTube video talking about headphones again. He says he can't make any videos because he doesn't have headphones. Apparently he got into some kind of fight with his ex. I don't think that this ex is Kendra. I think this is the other person. I think that this is the significant other that he claimed to have been transitioning at some point. And I think in this video he says that it's his boyfriend, but again, it's gone back and forth. Sometimes he said boyfriend, sometimes he said he, sometimes he said she. It's very confusing. Someone's asking how old he is. Do you know his approximate age? Because I don't remember his date of birth, Chris.
I'm wanting to say he's 40.
That sounds about right. Yeah, I'd have to look. I think it is in one of my documents.
Epic Girl would know more.
Epic Girl says 40.
Girl needs an account, I can give her my backup. if it's not letting him come in.
Yeah, but you need to coordinate all of that, and you know, I'm not trying to do that right now, BB.
Okay.
They're saying 84. What?
Oh, I don't know.
You mean, is that what year he was born?
BB,
oh, the year is 84. I'm like, what? I thought you were saying he looked like he was 84. I was like,
okay, Chris.
I'd rather her not use her personal account on here, just to
Yeah, I know. That's why I was trying to offer for her, but it's okay.
Yeah, but we would have had to coordinate that prior to the live. So,
right. Next time she'll be available. I promise you. We'll make sure of it.
Yeah, and we'll make sure she gets more followers. So yeah, here he's complaining, like, and there's there's some stuff going on with him here, obviously.
Angry bird.
One to sit there and say that the person I'm living with, not dating, not anymore, we're just, I guess, roommates. But last night I messed up.
I wonder what he messed up.
I no longer have headphones to make any gaming videos. And gotta ever get them back. So there'll be no more gaming videos for who knows how long.
Oh, please don't do that. We can't put that in the chat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No date.
And
I'm sorry, I have to mute you because you can't put that in the chat.
Lost connection to the Wi-Fi for about an hour and a half because of all this. And lost all connection to YouTube Premium, so unfortunately I won't be watching my gaming videos that I normally watch because I hate ads.
Boo-hoo.
I hate dealing with them. But I did mess up. Lucky I still kind of have a place to live.
Yeah, I'm wondering what he messed up.
Again.
You know, here. Like, I'm wondering, did he do something back then?
You know,
because this is from, like, several years ago.
You could just say I'm a failure.
Well.
Yes, you're definitely a failure.
Failure. Yep. Failure. We agree.
I don't know what else to say. There's going to be no more gaming videos. Trending for Bears World of Gaming. Bought the headphones.
No more
things. Is. You know, he pays for the YouTube Premium as well. So
see, he referred to the significant other as he there.
You know, he pays for Wi-Fi. I guess I'm looking to have that connection. But when a failure ends up messing up, like myself, this is what happens. I'm just a mess up in life.
Yep.
Can't keep a job.
You can say that again.
You know, it's just, I gotta accept who I am in life. So, just wanted to let you all know the bad news, I guess you could say.
I can't wait
to see new videos.
When he gets out of jail.
I won't even be watching YouTube. You know, that's all there is to it. So peace out, y'all. Sorry for the news, but I'm a failure. Admit it.
There you go. He's a failure. He admits it. I'm going to show you his YouTube account. Again, there's lots and lots of content there. I didn't even get a chance to look at everything that's on there. So feel free to, you know, check it out. And if you see anything concerning on there, you can. I'm encouraging you to report that. His YouTube is J-Man's World of Gaming.
Hey, hold on 1 second, Scam. Let's give a an update here. So this gentleman was talking to what he thought was a 13-year-old kid. And he told the kid that he was either having relations with a 4-year-old and a 26-year-old or going to. So we, as Epic, we turned it over to law enforcement, and they took the case over and they arrested him Friday night. Now, they took the case over Friday, I'd say about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and by Friday night they had enough for a warrant to arrest him. And anything that we gave them, they could not use. I mean, they could use it to help them, but they couldn't charge him for what he said to us due to Ohio law. So whatever he said to them was enough for them to get a warrant and arrest him. And now he's sitting in the Hamilton County Jail in Ohio with a $10,000 cash bond.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ohio took a case, but it was only because law enforcement contacted him, pretending to be a decoy. And so whatever happened between law enforcement and him was illegal. It wasn't based on what happened between Epic and him. But I mean, if not for that, this would have never happened. So that's the thing. So everything that Epic did was an integral part of him getting caught. So we have not been able to find any other records of him, MC. We know that he has lived in Ohio because that's where he currently resided. He also mentioned in one of his videos that he had lived in Kentucky at one time. So I did check Kentucky records and couldn't find anything there. So I'm not sure if I'm not sure of other states, like I haven't checked all 50 states. I just checked where I knew that he had lived at some point.
And I can also put in that the only reason they did arrest him is because we turned it over to them instead of us going and showing up at his house, doing Facebook Live, and then trying to, submit our evidence to him.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as we found out that there was a kid involved, we brought the detectives in on it, and Epic Girl gave them her username, password to her apps that she uses to talk to them, and they went in and created another child, and he got sexual with this other child.
And luckily we don't believe that there actually was a 4-year-old. We think that he was being romance scammed. We think that
and that's what the detective also told me today.
Yeah, we feel that he was just sent a fake picture of a 26-year-old and a 4-year-old. And he was having these kind of conversations with them and planning to do things with both of them, but they weren't even actually real people. They were like a foreign romance scammer.
The scam. That first video, the 260, tap that on. Wait till you hear the song he ironically did last.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, this was his last video.
It's like he knew.
Rock with me, let's rock. Yeah, let's rock, Jason.
Let's rock.
That is awesome.
Like I said, this is not a funny topic, but there are funny things.
Yes, it is. It's definitely funny.
Yeah, I found a couple other TikTok videos that are kind of like funny and kind of ironic as well. I have some of those notated here. Let me see here. Let me see which is the first TikTok account that I can show you, because he has several. Let's see what this video is. Now, some of these might be a little out of order. This one was very strange. This is from his Batman 8484 account, which is one that I just found today. Somebody had put a comment on here saying, "You're my idol" in one of his videos.
They need a new idol.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, thank you for saying that." Like, he totally accepts it. He loves that somebody is calling him their idol.
Come on here and reply back to what this person said. You're my idol. I appreciate that. That you actually said that. And
these are his curtains, by the way, in the background.
You know, it makes me feel like I'm important, which I don't feel that I am, but I definitely appreciate you saying that, and wanted to let you know, thank you very much. Alright, it's fun to come on here.
So yeah, he accepted that compliment. He loved being called somebody's idol. So this account, this is the one I just found literally like a half hour before the live, and this is the one where he has been posting his most recent stuff. He has stuff here from March, the end of March even.
We get people that call us heroes and, give us all the compliments in the world. And, I always tell people, I'm no hero. I'm just like you guys. I put my shorts and my shirt on just like everybody else. I was brought in to do this, and, I try to make the best of it. So for him to think that he's somebody's idol.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you would think he would be like, I'm not anybody's idol. Like, thanks for the compliment, but I'm certainly not to be anybody to be idolized, or, you know what I mean? It's so weird. Oh, and look at his bio. I'm 39. That must be how old he was at the time. I like Disney movies. I have a disability and I'm a gamer. And then there's the link to his YouTube. So this is the most recent account he was using. Check out this video right here. This is kind of creepy.
I noticed that when you're too friendly, people start showing you disrespect. They take your kindness for weakness, thinking they can walk all over you. They underestimate you, assuming you're soft just because you're a good person. But when they push you too far, they'll see a side of you they ain't ready for. If you're always nice, always doing things for them, they'll keep expecting it and think they can take advantage. That's when you gotta step up and show them a side they've never seen. Being nice doesn't mean you gotta tolerate their bullshit. Treat people the way you want to be treated is bullshit. If I don't get respect back, I'm not obligated to keep being nice. Some people don't deserve your kindness. They deserve to be checked. So, remember, having a good heart doesn't mean you gotta take anybody's crap. I noticed that when you're too friendly, people...
That's creepy.
I don't respect him.
Yeah, that right there is creepy. I mean, if you go onto this account, again, this is his most recent one, and I found it literally 30 minutes before I went live, so I haven't gotten a chance to look at all the videos. Feel free to check them out and report them when necessary, and the account, all right? Please.
I would say, even if it's not necessary, still report them.
Well, yeah. No, if it violates guidelines, because we don't falsely report stuff over here. But there's going to be lots of things that have violations in, okay? There's going to be lots of things. Look at all the videos he has. There's going to be plenty of videos that have violations in them, okay? I'm sure of it. I mean, look at all the videos he has, and he...
Can you try to add Epic Girl now and see if it'll...
Yeah, I can try. And he posts some really, really weird, content. Creepy stuff. Things that are certainly very questionable that can easily reported. Can she comment so I can pull it up? Because I can't do it unless she comments. Oops. Just look, there's so much here.
Just comment it.
Okay, got it. There's so much here, and I'm sure that there's problematic stuff. It says invitation sent, but I don't know if it went, she got it or not, or if it went through. I mean, just It's just there's so many videos. And this isn't his only account. This is just his most recent one. Okay. So there's just so much here. It won't let go up. She must not have enough yet.
If everybody could follow that Epic Girl account, she's right in the comments. We'd really appreciate it. We're trying to get her in a box. She works with Chris. So if
See,
everyone could send a follow.
this is Batman 841984. So that's his most recent account. Feel free to take a screenshot of that so that way you remember his account name and you can report the videos in the account, please. Let me see what other I have more videos. So
guys, anybody that's followed me, when we get done, I will follow as many as it'll let me tonight, and then I'll go tomorrow and follow the rest. Because TikTok will only limit you on so many that you can follow at a certain time.
yeah, I'm having that problem with a new account that I just started too. This is a video where he tagged a minor and was referring to something that a minor did, and in the comments of it he is talking back and forth to the minor, which is ironic because he's saying in this video that the minor shouldn't be on an adult app such as TikTok. But yet he is like speaking like to her here in this video, and in the comments they talk to each other. And ironically, it's the same young lady that did their little shout outs to each other on YouTube. The one that definitely looks like a minor. Same person. Same person. Hey.
Hi, I just kind of warmed by a friend of mine.
Thank you, Georgie.
Who's friends with me on TikTok. This girl named Millie 096, something like that. Said a bad word to her. I'm not going to repeat the word or anything because I don't cuss on here. Anyways, you don't sit there and say bad words to somebody. You're a kid. Billy, you shouldn't even be on here.
Huh.
TikTok is for adults.
Like he's literally interacting with a minor while he's saying minors shouldn't be on TikTok.
You shouldn't even be on a teen dating site.
He's the one that shouldn't be on TikTok. Like, and he has the nerve to be telling somebody else, like, it's just the irony of this.
Children. I know there's only, I know there's probably some on here who make videos. That's up to you guys. But when it comes down to sitting there and saying a cuss word, that is wrong. You just don't do that. Kids shouldn't even be sitting there saying cuss words. That's for adults.
And I just want to reiterate, I don't know 100% for sure if she's a kid. There were links to the person's profile on YouTube and on TikTok. And so I clicked on it and they do look like they are a minor, but I'm not good at judging that, to be honest with you. And I can't verify the age, but he does believe that she is a minor. He's saying it in this video. He's calling her a little kid, but yet he's knowingly shouting her out in his YouTube videos, interacting with her back and forth on YouTube, and then also interacting back and forth with her on TikTok. And in his YouTube video, he calls her one of his very best friends. Okay? But yet here he's calling her a kid, saying that she should not be on TikTok and should not be cursing. So you can't say she didn't know she was in a minor.
My friend is playing music. But anyways, it's wrong. You know it is. tag you in the video, letting you know that I made the video for you along with my friend that told me. But it's wrong to cuss at somebody. Your parents obviously didn't teach you no manners, obviously.
Thank you, Digital.
So, I don't know why you did it. But obviously you don't have manners, or you wasn't brought up right. And you need to learn to sit there and treat people with respect. Or did your parents not treat you
Wow.
with having respect with your elders? That's the way I've been brought up. Respect your elders, people who are older than you. So, yeah, that's the way I look at it. Respect your elders. And
is that what he tells these young women?
For people who are older than
Protect
you.
your elders and
It's
keep your
wrong
minors
to sit
safe.
there and cuss at somebody. If you want to sit there and go do it to your family, your mother, your father. But when I was growing up, I cussed at my parents, which I knew better, but I know what they would do. They would rinse my mouth out with a bar of soap. Yeah. And you were my kid.
You were my
you wouldn't
kid.
be doing that. But anyways, that's all I gotta say about that.
So yeah, that's weird, right? That's problematic. Somebody was asking if he's in the military. I don't believe so. I don't believe so at all. No.
I screenshotted those patches trying to look at them closer, and they don't seem to be
The
anything.
one is Top Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's not military. There's no way in hell.
Somebody wants me to put a sticker up to let you know who it is. I'll put the name. I mean, he has a number of different, accounts and all that, and I'm just showing them to you as we go through. But I'll put his name in a sticker. Give me one moment.
Luann, he is in jail right now. As of Friday, he was charged with I can't even think of the charge now.
It was basically
Yeah, Mama
grooming of a
G.
minor.
Yeah, it's Ohio's version of grooming.
Hopefully, once they got him in there, maybe they'll be able to get more.
Well, with there being 2 investigations going on, I'm hoping they're going to charge him more. We'll know more on the 14th when he goes to jail.
Now, let me ask you this. With those charges, does that give them the right to be able to seize his software, his gaming
Oh yeah, I'm
systems to go
sure.
through it?
Yeah, I'm
That,
sure since they know that he was talking to multiple children, they're definitely going to seize his phones and basically all of his electronics. So we probably don't
that,
have to worry about him having access to TikTok and YouTube for a while.
But we should again try to report these accounts. Report his videos for any community guidelines that you think he may be
I would love for
violating.
him to be able to get out of jail and all his hard work is erased.
Yeah, all his accounts are gone. Yes, that would be amazing.
That'd be
So,
epic.
yeah, it'd be awesome if his TikTok and YouTube accounts were gone because, again, he wants to try to profit off this YouTube stuff. Oh, and the other thing is he's selling merch, and I'm going to show you that
oh,
too.
Lord.
Yeah, the merch he's trying to sell. Yeah, where do you see this stuff?
I gotta have a shirt.
Oh my gosh. No, you don't. Not the ones he designed. This was something
I
else
want to
on
wear
his.
it to his court.
Oh, gosh.
This was another video posted on his Batman 84 account.
Hi, I wanted to make this video. I hate to say this, but I'm not going live anymore.
So apparently he used to go live.
I was live
God bless America.
a couple days ago. My live got reported for hateful behavior Okay. Now,
notice he has the comments turned off on this video.
The neighbors who get away with stuff because the property wants to play favorites and just different things of that sort. Then
apparently he used to go live.
Mad because people kept calling him a her when it's a him. Pronouns he and him and his. Like, do I have to sit there and cipher through 18 plus?
Yes. Yes.
I try to sit there.
Yeah, your live should be 18 plus.
Join my line.
Wow.
Yeah, I can, Marlisa.
But then you get kids who want to sit there and ruin it.
Wow.
So, like I said, I'm just not going to go live anymore because I'm tired of getting reported because of somebody wanting to sit there and report my videos, my lives.
I'm thinking he had minors in his lives or something.
Like,
I don't know, but
my past life got reported. So, from now on, if you're not 18 plus, don't follow me.
But yet you are following, and he is following 18. Some minors, and there's some minors following him.
No kids following me. So, I'm just not going to sit there.
At least there were.
And put up with
recently
kids just reporting me over something that they think is funny because they want to sit there and just report people. So, 18 plus and not going live anymore. So, yeah, that's all I got to say.
So, yeah, I'm thinking that he had minors in his lives. Epic Girl in the comments said, but he messaged me and first thing he said was, "You're 13, right?" Yep.
Epic Girl, what did he say after that?
Might not be able to say it here.
I noticed that when you're
there's so much you don't.
And then this was on his Batman 8484 account. I'll show you this account. And someone asked me to make a video that shows all of his accounts. I will do that.
How many times
I will make a video that shows all of his accounts. So that way you know all of his TikTok accounts, his YouTube account, his Facebook accounts. So that way you can report anything that you're able to report. Epic Girl said the first thing he did was he asked for Rex. You know what that is. So, yep, very first thing. I will try to remember, Lee. Let me see. I'll write down your username and try to remember. Just keep an eye out for it, though, in case I forget. Because when I'm posting videos, I kind of get, I don't know, distracted with trying to make sure I have everything right before I post it. So here's something else that he posted on his other account. One of them is Batman 84, and one Batman 8484, but I'll give you the actual usernames again.
Know about me?
Like, what are you, like, axe murderer?
Worse?
Yes, TikTok sucks. He is currently in jail.
I'm a gamer.
Oh.
There's so much you don't know about me.
Okay.
Like, what are you, like, axe murderer?
Worse?
What?
I'm a gamer.
No, he's worse, but it's not a gamer, right?
I'm a child, Fred.
Yep. Yep, pred. So yeah, that was weird. So this is his. Let me see. Where's his other account? Give me a second here. Let me find his other TikTok account. He has a lot of really weird stuff on this older one. Other problematic stuff. Okay, so this is the. Let me see. Yeah. Give me a moment because I have to scroll down into the profile here. You can talk amongst yourselves for a moment because it's going to take me a while to scroll down.
Now, Chris, how did you come in contact with Epic Girl for her to step into
She
your
had
business field?
messaged me, and she was trying to work with another group, and things didn't work out between them.
Hmm.
And I gave her a shot, and
That's awesome.
awesome for me. I mean, sometimes you're not the right fit for, a certain team, but you could be a fit for another team. And
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, I love her work, and I'm a fan of hers now.
That's awesome. It's good when you can find like that person you can connect with to do work with. Perfect. I was surprised at how different he looked in his pics. His appearance changes easily. Yes, I've noticed that also.
What do I think about the bikers against child abuse? Yeah, I think it's horrible.
The vice president of the bikers, John
Yeah,
Todaro.
yeah.
Hmm.
It just shows you that you don't really know people, like I've been preaching.
Yep.
Uh, this man was supposed to be the vice president of this organization to help, stop the abuse. And here he
Hmm.
is, doing it himself. And that group had went to another team called Bikers Against Predators and asked them to change their name.
My mother is affiliated with a biker group called BACA, and it's Bikers Against Child Abuse.
It's called what?
BACA, BACA, Bikers Against Child Abuse
Yeah.
in the state of Pennsylvania.
I think that's where he was from.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to talk to my mom. Let me screenshot
Yeah.
that and
it's
there.
it's it's on Chris's Facebook page. There was information posted about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This is prevalent in a lot of his videos on his older account. This type of stuff.
Do you have any special skills? Oh, yes.
Look what's in the
I
background.
do. I do voices.
Oh,
What do you mean you do voices? Well, I do voices. Yeah!
A lot of really weird lip syncing stuff, but
Do
I'm
you
pointing
have
out
any
the
special?
flag there. Like he does a lot of
I need your help. I can't tell
he
you
does
what
a
it
lot
is.
of
You can
lip
never have.
syncing
You
stuff.
stole fizzy lifting drinks.
Like,
how many people live?
oops, that's my video.
How many people? You stole. I need your help. Hold on, I'm trying to find. I'm gonna come at you. Do you have any special? I go, well, I need you to. Don't you want to know why?
And he stitched a lot of people's videos. And also on this account, you can look at his liked videos. And I just wanted to kind of point out that the majority of his liked videos are of women dancing. Some of them like scantily dressed or like in bikinis. There's a very, very large portion of that. And it's not only just young girls, it really runs the gamut from young to old. He likes lots and lots and lots of videos of women dancing. And so just be cognizant if you're one of those persons that's a creator that posts, videos of yourself dancing around, like just saying dudes like this are liking it and saving it and just saying. But But yeah, there's a lot of problematic stuff on this particular account. And in fact, on this account is when he gets into an argument with somebody about the headphones and all that. And that's kind of what I was looking for on here, because it's kind of funny, because he gets really, apparently people were saying stuff about the headphones and about the phone, and boy, he really got angry. Let me see if I can find it.
Hey guys, there's nothing wrong with biker organizations in my book.
Mm-mm.
I grew up with neighbors, and they're some of the greatest people in the world. You know, I mean, do they go out and commit crimes? Yeah, that's on them, but they're not out here preying on children.
Yeah. Oh, Guardians of Valor. No, I was saying that my mom rides with Baca, which is out of Pennsylvania.
You should never, Melissa, you should never trust anyone around your children, not just anybody, anyone. And I'll tell you a little story. My family, my dad's side is loaded with these guys.
Mm,
And, you know, and you will not hear me sugarcoat it. I tell people, you know, my last name is Abercrombie. And I told, you know, people, I'm like, hey, you need to keep your kids away from anybody with the last name Abercrombie. And they looked at me and they said, well, you're an Abercrombie. I said, it's in my blood. Keep your kids away from me so you know for sure they're safe. Because, I mean, you don't know me. I could be on here, you know, telling you all this. You guys don't know me when I'm not on here, or when you don't see me on a video. So that's why you need to don't trust anybody.
yeah.
If you don't trust anybody, then you know your kid is safe.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that I'm one of them, because I'm not, but I'm trying to get it through to you guys. You know,
Yep.
anybody can do this. We're not letting these predators through our front door anymore. They're coming through the air, through the Wi-Fi, through your
Yep.
phone. You know,
Like I
the internet was a great thing, but it was also the worst thing in the world.
shared the other night what happened with my son, and that was by his father's best friend. They knew each other since kindergarten,
You know,
and that happened.
back when we were kids, it was always, oh, you know, your uncle, you know, oh, he's just an old drunk or old pervert. But now we
Mm-hmm.
have to worry about, you know, them coming through the Roblox and
Yep.
Minecraft. Anything where there's a chatting feature, you have adults trying to prey on children.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and I actually have an article about that as well. Just trying to find this one video. I'm scrolling back through to find it because it's a little old, but it's when he really gets mad at some people. Let me see here.
Absolutely, I did watch Saved by the Bell.
Yes, Misty.
Apparently somebody in this video was calling him Screech from Saved by the Bell or something.
Oh my.
Is that his name? I don't know if that's the right name. Like he replies to all these comments.
Absolutely, I did watch Saved by the Bell when I was a kid. Yet, you know, I've watched it as an adult.
Oh.
And as far as Screech, you know, he was actually pretty cool. You know, very funny and everything of that sort. You know, I used to watch it all the time.
All the time.
Screech was pretty cool, actually. And I believe he did pass away, actually, I believe.
Oh, did he?
You know, I have not seen it in many, many years. But,
Dustin Diamond, yeah.
Thank you for that question, actually.
But I think that they were like comparing him to looking like him or something like that. He was getting a lot of people in his comments asking questions I'm almost there because I can tell where I'm at from earlier. Let me see. There were a lot of people he was doing questions. Oh my gosh. Look at this shirt.
Oh,
He thought he was styling with the flashy
Woo!
gold shirt.
Oh, I could rock that.
Oh, we could wear that for formal night, Scam.
Alex Joseph, he's from Wisconsin. Well, he was arrested. He most recently lived in Ohio. Are you saying he was born in Wisconsin? Yeah.
John Travolta.
Yeah, these are the kind of videos he does. All kinds of singing and dancing and those little goofy games that, like things with face filters, and he does a lot of stitches too. I mean, if he stitched any of my videos, I'd be concerned, you know what I mean? I would want that taken down because he did stitches with a lot of other creators and stuff like that on his account.
I really stitch this video.
I'm actually.
What's that?
He should stitch this video.
Yeah.
When I seen.
Let me see. I'm almost there because I know based on the time frames. I'm just scrolling through here. Let's see.
I think I figured out his birth date to look him up.
Oh, here's one. I want to see what he says here. Here's somebody asked him, "What do you do for work?" He was doing a little question and answer thing at this point in time. And I didn't get to watch all these because he literally has probably like hundreds of videos.
This is question again.
What do you do for work?
You all definitely need to sit there and pay attention to my videos. But I'm going to answer this one more time. I work at La Rosa's Pizza as a dishwasher.
A different place. La Rosa's
Started
Pizza.
out as 3 days a week. I'm working 2 days a week. So it's going to be like off and on weekends. Every once in a while. So next time, please pay attention to my videos. I've answered this one once or twice.
Oh.
So yeah, that is where I work.
This is from like 3 years ago though, so he doesn't work there anymore.
He can update it and tell him he works at the Hamilton County Jail.
Right.
They need their dishes washed.
Yes, I do.
Hi, Jessica. How are you feeling, hon?
My favorite.
Hey, Jessica. Give me a second. I'm getting there because these are ones from. Let's see. What the? People were asking him some really weird questions. People were asking him some really weird questions on here. They were like, "What is your favorite type of hot dog?" Like. Stuff like that. They were asking. Here's something where he talks about his sister. They said, "Didn't you say she wasn't your sister anymore? What happened before?" So I don't know what this is about. Let's see.
I never did say she wasn't my sister anymore. Just she deals with depression.
Yeah, put your family's business all out there. Why don't you?
Like myself. And we all say things we don't mean because of the depression. That's all it is. People don't understand that depression does hurt. That when you have depression, you don't know what you're saying to
minors
out of it.
Oh.
That's all it is. Her depression is much more worse. And you have to understand that when people say something, it not necessarily means what they say. I never did say she wasn't my sister.
He didn't really address the thing about his sister. He just talked about how he's about depression there. So I don't know what. But he went through a whole series here, like where he was answering all these questions. But I'm looking for the part where they were. Oh my gosh! What is this?
No, sir. Say the.
What? Look at him here.
ABC's backwards. The ABC's backwards.
Have you been drinking? No, sir. Say the ABCs backwards. The ABCs backwards. Have you been drinking? No.
Okay.
I wonder if they asked him that as they put cups on him.
Right?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see the question, but he's probably going to get mad about this.
Why all you people sit there and hate on people?
Yes,
It's just
he's in jail.
ridiculous. Especially about somebody's teeth. I don't go on your page and make fun of you on how you look. It's just
Hot
ridiculous.
mess grooming a minor, essentially.
You haters can come to my page and make fun of me all you want. I don't care, because there's a little magic block button for all of you. Because I could take the hate. Because I just keep making TikToks. And I'm not giving up. So, you know what?
Well, there he didn't get mad, but he was addressing stuff. Yeah, I'm almost at it now.
He gave everybody a break from his TikToks.
Thank goodness, because some of them are just so cringy. And like I said, he did a lot of stitches, but I don't even really want to show them because I don't know who these other creators are, and they probably wouldn't want to be associated with him if they know what he, did.
A hot mess, that's what he's in jail for.
What in the world is this? Oh, never mind. The music's not there. It's some kind of lip sync thing, but there's no music.
Do you think he does cameo appearances?
Oh no, he better not, because they get paid for those.
I was gonna get you that for your birthday.
Oh my gosh. Thank God my birthday just passed.
Is it just me?
I'm gonna get it for Big Phil.
I know. I don't date myself.
If I did that to my girl, she would hurt me.
Here, someone asked him if he dates his sister.
I don't date my sister. Why would I do something stupid like that?
Your sister's of age?
That's just gross. Okay?
Oh,
all you haters just think the same shit.
His sister's gross.
Okay?
A 4-year-old's not
gross for somebody to sit there and date a family member. Okay? And I don't know why you would sit there and ask a stupid damn question like that. No, I am not dating my sister. Not at all. That is
She's too old for him.
But when I seen it, you asked that, I had to give you a reply back. Okay? Just go somewhere. Get off my page. Block me.
He gets kind of irritated at some of these questions. Let's see.
Is it just...
Let's see. Let me see what date this is. Yeah, I'm getting there. I had to scroll way back far for some of this. I had to scroll way back far for some of this. Like, this is... Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Is this him?
Oh, it's Batman.
Somebody put a comment, you're Batman.
Well, let's see. Let me answer your question for you. I would suppose I am Batman. There's I got the belt, the costume, and the mask. So, plus my cape. So, yeah. I am Batman.
He's
Indeed.
Batman, I'm Fat Man.
So, what would I answer your question? That I'm Batman. Well, let's see. Let me answer your question.
Oh my
He's mad.
god.
I'm telling you,
I'm gonna have dreams about Batman tonight.
I found so much stuff today, Chris. I was like, oh boy, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. All right, hold on. There's still more here somewhere. Let me see. Oh, Lord. Is that the first video?
Glory said, I bought my grandson a Batman car. I'm taking it back. Look at you just did. You just ruined it for this baby. Can't even have a Batman car now.
Oh no. Hold on. I'm scrolling back up. Let me see.
Glory, how old is your grandson?
Should put my. I do appreciate.
It's in 2023, so I'm just scrolling to the right. Oh my
Hold on 1
gosh.
second, Slam. Glory, how old is your great grandson?
Well, I'm the hottest guy on this.
He just turned 1. Oh.
All right.
I was gonna gift him a present, but he's probably too young for it.
Here he has a different look too. Wait till you see where what he looks like here.
Who is he? He's an asshole, sir. I know that. What's his name? That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major asshole. And his cousin? He's an asshole too, sir. Gun is made first class Philip asshole. How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes. Keep firing, assholes! Who is he? He's an asshole, sir. I know.
Said he really seems. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, this is creepy looking.
You do know.
This is creep. This is a creepy filter for him.
I can see you, right? You do know that TikTok tells me that you viewed my video, but you ain't like it. And you know what's crazy? It's not just 1 or 2 videos. You're watching all my videos, and you ain't liking it, and I don't like it. You do know I can see you, right? You do.
That's creepy.
Did you like his videos?
No.
He knows.
I guess I'm just creeping on his videos, just like he said. And he can see me doing it, he said. I'm just trying to find a few of the other comical type of ones that he had. If I can find them. Yeah, it was because for a while he got like really mad at people. And that's the part I was trying to find. If I can't find it right now, that's okay. But he got really angry with some people who were making fun of his phone. And yeah, I don't know. I might not be able to find it now. I had written down the date, but no, I can't find it. Let me try to click on my links again and see if I have a link to it.
Who was controlling that.
I don't know. There's that video again. Because I took down a whole bunch of links to his videos.
Hey, Lori, do you get messages on Facebook while you're on here?
No, I have my notifications turned off, but if I can check, I can check
Yeah.
those if you want.
Check for me, please.
Yep.
I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, he
Yeah, if
is
you
passive aggressive.
yeah, if you want to, I just don't know how you
Hmm.
want to do that though.
Um.
You know, like in some kind of, fair way.
Let's just do this. BB. Oh, she's gone for a second.
There's
No,
so
I'm
much.
here.
Oh, she's just muted.
I'm right
Hey,
here.
BB.
Yeah,
Can you do me a favor?
sure.
Pick somebody out of the chat.
Okay, I'll spin it. Hot mess, hot mess.
Who was it?
Hot mess, hot mess.
Hot mess. Hot mess.
Yep.
Hot mess. Can you message me? I want to give you one of my light up boxes. Make
Oh.
it and
Oh, you're lucky, girl.
ship it out to you. I'm gonna cover everything, shipping, everything.
Wow. The lucky winner.
Congratulations, lucky duck.
Okay. I found it. Okay, so he has
Sally from
another.
Ohio.
That's very nice of you, Chris. Thank you. So yeah, the winner of that, reach out to Chris, message him to coordinate that. Hot Mess asks, how do I do that? So let them know. Is it okay if they message you here on TikTok, or do you
They can
want them
message me on TikTok, and I'll give them the information they need.
There you go. Just message. Make sure you're following Chris.
Yep.
And message him. So this is his other TikTok account, because again, he has like 3 or 4 of them. This is J-Man's World of Gaming account. This is the one where he's doing a lot of his gaming stuff. This is also somewhat recent, but the other one is more recent, that Batman one. But in this series here, he's getting really, really angry with people. It seemed like he was getting, this account, look how many followers he has on this account. 21,000.
He's got more than me.
21.3K. Yeah, more than me too.
I wonder how many of your kids.
Yeah, I don't know. When you go to look at followers, it doesn't let you see all of the followers, there's probably a lot of kids following him or following back because, he's on here giving his little, tips and tricks to, these games and all that kind of stuff, and kids probably would follow just because they're interested in that kind of stuff. They're not realizing that, this guy may have other motives. They're not they kids aren't thinking in that way that this guy who's giving gaming tips is going to be, doing something like that, let me find the funny ones where he gets mad. Let's see. Yep, it's right around here.
All right.
There's a bunch of ones that he comments back on and he gets really mad. I have written down 7/24 of 20.
How would you like?
Hey, Scam, did you ever find the pictures you wanted in the box?
No, I have to get those to you. I've been kind of busy with all these scammers.
Hey, Hot Mess, what state you live in?
God, my. The first object on your. Not sure.
Cali. All right.
Why don't you people get a better phone?
All right, here's some of them where he's getting kind of mad at people who are questioning things here.
Not sure what you mean by
Fishing Girl, there was never a time when I only covered LR.
But you think my content is bored?
I've always covered more than one person.
Bye-bye. Stay off my page. So that's all I gotta say.
That's what people used to claim, but that's
you don't like it?
Not true.
Leave. If you think it's that boring, then you have no right being on my page. No.
Oh, maybe Fishing Girl, but I still covered other people.
Alright, the reason I wear these headphones is because I can hear the tones better. Okay, some are not that loud, and I got bad hearing.
Right, Marley.
And the reason I sit in the same spot is because I can.
Oh.
I am tired of the rude and nasty comments. May have been a question, but your question is answered. You don't like my shit? Then move on. Get off my page. Don't even compliment. Don't follow. I'm not here to sit and be criticized about what I do. So, good day to you.
Good day to you. Good day, sir.
You people just stop with the rude damn comments. I'm sick of it. Unless you're going to pay my dental bill, then don't bother.
The cat agrees. Do you hear the cat in the background?
Okay, I'm sick and tired of this crap. I'm not on here to be made fun of.
Made fun of.
You don't see me making fun of your shit. I stick up for other people.
Oh, really? Like minors? Oh, okay.
Who are making fun of people. So, stop with the rude comments, and that's it. I'm tired of it.
Well, I can't.
So you need to stop.
Be able to chat with him.
Why don't you people
I
just
hope
stop?
it's in like 50 years, but
I wonder if he's going to talk like that to his cellies.
he's probably scared to death in there.
Uh-huh. Let me see what this was.
Alright. I'm going to start blocking people who make rude comments on my videos. It's uncalled for. I don't sit there and comment on your shit on what you do. You shouldn't comment rude on mine. If I want to smoke cigarettes, that's my business. None of yours. And what my dad always said was he's known people that never touched a cigarette a day in their life and died of cancer. I'm going to die happy with a cigarette in my hand. Well, not particularly that, but I'm going to sit there and smoke to the day I die. There's nothing you can do about it. So, even if it results of somebody holding a cigarette for me. So keep your rude comments to yourself and get off my page. For one, I do brush my teeth. It's called bad teeth. Okay? You don't like how I look? Then move on. Stay off my page. Don't comment. And if you want to sit there and criticize my teeth, why don't you go pay for my dental bill? So,
I got a pair of
I'm going to quit smoking cigarettes just because you want me to. So, no, I do brush my teeth. Thank you. It's called bad teeth. So, the next rude comment that I see from any of you, I will block you because I don't comment bad shit on your page on how you do your videos. It's uncalled for.
Yeah, he really.
You want me to fix you something?
And again, he just look lots of stitches with people.
Before the purge
began. Another update
of
followers.
Lots of stitches. Oh, what the heck?
And now you're my
Fritz Anderson. What do you get when you guzzle down sweets? Probably motherfucking diabetes.
Wow.
So, Bubba J, what does the J stand for?
welcome to
Like, so here's a lot of really odd stuff.
Scam. Want to do another update?
So here, this is the one. Watch this, Chris.
The police are looking for a suspect described as amazing, sexy, funny, and talented. You'll be okay, but I need to hide.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Police are looking for a suspect described as amazing.
But apparently you didn't hide good enough.
Yeah.
Good night, Lee. Yeah. Police are looking for a suspect, huh?
All right, Lee. So what we're doing here with Jason Vogel is last week he came on our radar because he had messaged my decoy, which is Epic Girl that's in the chat. He met her in a teen chat on Facebook, and she had commented that she was wanting to talk to other teens. Said that she was 13. He immediately says, "Oh, you're 13. You want to have sex?" And it went from there. He went into asking her if she was down with poly. She said yes. How old? And he said 4 and 26. So then she came to me and let me know what was going on. I immediately told her to keep on going with the small talk with him. Just keep him going. And she had some phone calls that were recorded that we can't play because they haven't been. Scam hasn't proofed them all yet, but I'm sure once she proofs them, she may, want to share them with you guys. So I had reached out to law enforcement in Cincinnati, Ohio, and they immediately jumped on the case. They contacted me, and I brought Epic Girl into a video, not a video, a three-way call with them, and she turned over all her accounts to them. They immediately changed the passwords on us, and they went to work. And that was Friday, about, I'd say between 1 and 2. And by 9 o'clock, he was booked into the Hamilton County Jail in Cincinnati, Ohio. For his charge was importuning a minor, and he has court on the 14th. He has a $10,000 cash bond. We believe that he was being scammed by one of them romance scammers. And after he was arrested, the detective did tell me that he doesn't think that there was an actual 4-year-old that he was doing things with. But he did try to make it look like he was doing stuff with a 4-year-old. So
he definitely would have if given the opportunity. He was trying to plan for that, but he just didn't realize that the people he was talking to were probably romance scammers and not actual real people. But he believed them to be real, and he was trying to coordinate and plan for that.
Yeah, he was going to have somebody come to Indiana to pick her up and bring her back to him. He was going to pay them because he said he can't drive himself. So when the detectives, they made we had introduced the detectives as another child, and he jumped right on it.
Mm-hmm.
So within a few hours, they had enough to get an arrest warrant and took him down. And that, I mean, for them to work that fast it's unbelievable. I've been doing this since 2020, and I've never seen a law enforcement organization work that fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was very impressed that they worked that fast on it. I thought, yeah, me too, Epic Girl. I was expecting it to be weeks because you and I, we had talked about this situation in a few live streams that we had before. Yeah. Like we had said, hey, there's a case coming up that we can't really talk about right now, but as soon as we can, we will. It might be a while. Like we were thinking it was going to be at least a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and that we wouldn't be able to like bring any of this to you or show you any of these accounts or anything at all. And obviously the sooner we can let you guys know, the better, but we couldn't jeopardize anything with this investigation. But man, they arrested him quick, so we didn't have to wait very long at all.
I didn't even know they had arrested him. Like, I was talking to Epic Girl, and I was like, hold on, let me check. And I got on there and checked, and sure enough, he was in jail.
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to them today, and they was like, "Man, I'm so sorry. I meant to let you know." He said we just got so busy with the other crimes here in Cincinnati, and which is fine with me, because they got to use the resources they got, to try to clean up their streets, because Cincinnati's a good sized city and with a lot of bad crime.
Yeah, and some people have asked me, I will make a video. I'll post it on my TikTok, on this page and on my 412 page, because they're my primary ones. And it'll show all of his TikTok accounts, all of his accounts. It'll show all of his accounts. So that way you can report them. And let's plan the goal to be that if he gets out of jail anytime soon, or when he gets out, that he comes out and his accounts are gone. And I mean, we can't, I'm sure that with given the charges, they're probably not going to restrict him from being on social media, but we can continue to spread awareness. We can report his stuff that violates guidelines, and we can make it very, very difficult for him to get back on after he gets out. I mean, when I saw that this account here that he has 21 plus K, like, yeah, that's just crazy. Yeah, I mean, permaban would be amazing, but you know how difficult it is to get somebody permaban. Holy heck. I mean, if those of you who've been around through the Austin to Margo days, you know how hard it is to get somebody permaban. And even when he got permaban, he still got a new phone and came back on just a couple of months ago.
Right.
So here's one where he got mad because somebody put a comment that said, "Nice $10 headset, buddy, LMAO." And so
maybe after you proof the phone recording, you can share it.
Yeah, that would be good. But yeah, you'd have to send me the one other one too, and I can run them through CapCut if anything needs to get blocked out or anything like that.
Yeah, we'll get them to you.
Okay, oops. So here.
One, this is not a $10 headset. Look it up on Walmart. It's actually a $20 headset. So get your story straight. So that's all I gotta say. It's a $20 headset. You look it up online. I'm gonna show you the proof right now to what it looks like, so you know.
Right.
See right there. That's the name of it, y'all.
Turtle Beach.
So yeah, look it up. For one, this is not a $10 headset. Look it up on Walmart. It's actually a $20 headset.
I wonder if the scammer scammed him out of his headset.
It's a $20 headset. Look it up, buddy.
Not sure what you mean by this.
Compliment. He always. Whenever somebody insults him, he calls it a compliment. But he's using the word compliment in in a very wrong way. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not using that word appropriately, and he does it in multiple ways.
He's a special one, man.
I want to know. Because I'm seriously wondering, what do you mean by a Halloween costume? So yeah. Let me know what you mean by that. So that's all I gotta say.
He always says that's all I gotta say, but then he always comes back and says more. Yeah, the comment up here was, in case you can't read it, they had said to him, "I will say one thing, can we all agree that Walmart has the shittiest Halloween costumes ever?" So I think they were trying to use that as some kind of insult against him to make it seem like he was wearing a Halloween costume, and he didn't like that. Oh, here it says, food stamps. This one says, food stamps just came in. Okay, listen to this.
Why do you say my food stamps are coming? For one, I don't get food stamps. My roommate's got me on her case.
Oh, the roommate got him on her case, so he gets food stamps through his roommate. DJ, you can, but you got to be careful with certain words. So here, yeah.
Why do you say my food stamps are coming? For one, I don't get food stamps. My roommate's got me on her case.
Oh.
So, yeah. It's none of your business when they come. So, if you don't have nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing at all. Everybody knows that I don't put up with no rude comments. So, yeah, stop it.
Yeah. Like as if bringing up having Rex with a 13-year-old. That's not rude at all.
How is he going to take it when if he does get out and he gets on here and everybody's on his live?
Here,
his finger's going to get hurt from blocking everybody.
Right? Here they were making fun of the quality of his videos and the camera on his phone because they do look like blurry and weird, right? So this comment says, get a job, then buy a phone. It looks like I'm looking at a Nintendo 64. So he gets upset here when people start insulting his phone. Hey, Juliana.
I am working on getting income. Okay? Keep your nose out of my business. Okay? Because for one, I'm applying for SSI, which is none of your business.
There you go. He says he's working on getting income.
Nothing wrong with my phone.
Juliana,
it's a brand new dang on phone. Don't look like something from the Nintendo 64 age. Keep your opinions to yourself. For one.
Now, you can see these videos were getting a lot of views. Look, 2,500 likes.
Damn.
Like when he was getting mad in these videos, that's how I think he ended up getting so many followers. There were people that were coming in here saying stuff to hit like him like this, and he would kind of go off, and then those videos would get a lot of views. So yeah, I mean, he had some videos that were getting a lot of views on him.
These rude comments about saying my
this one says there's something wrong with this phone. The quality is as good as a brick. So here we go again. Like I think it got to be a thing where everybody was going to his videos making comments about his phone because they knew it would set him off.
Teeth are bad. There's something wrong with my phone, which there's nothing wrong with it. If you don't believe it, go look up UK Fan for Life. She would tell you that the phone is brand new. It's not even a year old yet. Kind of it. One, I got family that sticks up for me on here. I got my friends who stick up for me. So, stop with your rude comments, talking about my phone, and all that stuff. It's uncalled for. Mom, this crap anymore. I'm sick of it.
I don't see his family bailing him out of jail either.
Stop.
Nah, not 10K.
It's uncalled for. Don't go on your shit and make fun of your stuff, your quality. So don't do it to mine. It's uncalled for. For one.
Now this comment is funny. It says, are you recording on a Toshiba EM925ABA-BS microwave oven with sound off on echo mode and LED lighting, 0.9 cubic feet, black stainless? A microwave. Oh my gosh.
There's nothing wrong with my phone. Maybe there's something wrong with yours. Maybe you got a Toshiba phone or anything like that. Not recording in a microwave because my microwave is right over there. Okay. 2, my phone is not a Toshiba phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy A10. Brand new. Not even a year old. And because it looks like to you, it's because I only use that lamp right over there. I don't need that big light up there with 3 bulbs in it.
Yeah, microwave
windows back there that lets light in perfectly. So stop when you're rude. comments.
It is
I
Lance
don't go on
Oil.
your page and make fun of your stuff. So stop it with mine. It's uncalled for one.
And that's all I have to say.
You silly little microwave liar.
But my head $20 from Walmart.
Last night, some guy. There's another one like that. Look, are you recording on a Power Swift compact bagless upright vacuum? Let's see what his answer is to that.
I had enough. I'm gonna block every single one of you who are doing this crap. I'm done. So it means you are now going to get blocked. I'm done. It's rude. I don't go and make fun of your shit. Don't make fun of mine. So, peace out. Alright, I had enough. I'm gonna block every single one.
Did you see the fingernails at the end? Here, watch till the end. Watch till the end when he goes peace out. Take a look at the fingernail.
Who are...
Yeah, Diva. Done. D-U-N done. Peace out. That's all I have to say about that.
You are now going to get blocked. I'm done. It's rude. I don't go and make fun of your shit. Don't make fun of mine. So, peace out.
Oh.
Alright, I had enough.
Yuck.
What's that?
One, I'm glad.
Look, nice $20 headset. Mine's $500. Let's see what he has to say about that. Look at his face.
You could afford a $500 headset. Congratulations to you. But it doesn't matter how much the headset cost to me. And I'm glad you can afford a $500 headset.
Yeah, he seems really glad, doesn't he?
But it doesn't matter because mine works just as much as the expensive ones.
Oh, thank you.
So, congratulations to you. Peace out. One, I'm glad you could afford. I know what kind of phone I have. One is...
Somebody said, what kind of phone? All they did was say, what kind of phone do you have? Thank you, Tammy. Their question was innocent. What kind of phone do you have? Well, oh boy.
Somebody's business.
Somebody's business.
But if you really want to know, it's an Android.
Right, TJ?
Not even a year old. So, I don't know why you wanted to know, but now you know. It's not about what type of phone I have, but it's what I like, and nobody else don't have to like it. So, it's what kind I like. That's all that matters. So, you know, I don't want an iPhone. I'm happy with an Android. So, peace out. I know what kind of phone I have. One is...
He gets real upset with these questions.
Sound mean.
It says, man, bro, I like your videos, but the video quality is pretty bad. Have you tried getting a better phone? It would make your videos more enjoyable. So, yeah, like, they keep on...
Compliment. Glad you like my videos. But...
Oh, he gets a lot. Like, this one had 1,800 likes on his video.
Maybe to you is so bad is because I use a lamp most of the time.
Oh,
instead of a big light.
Yeah.
A big light takes 2 bulbs, where the lamp only takes 1. So, maybe that could be why. Not too sure why your quality on your phone looks so bad. But to me, my videos look just fine. So, but I'm not going to go get a brand new phone. I like Androids. I'm not going to go get an iPhone or nothing like that. So, peace out. Not
Peace
trying
out.
to sound mean on your compliment.
Peace out. That's all I got to say. Yeah, so he's really strange. He's really strange, y'all. Let me see if there was any other funny responses at all. Let me see.
So you want
to... This person says, "Ayo, let's go. Me and you have the same headset."
Go use the same headset. Go buy it at Walmart. The reason I use the headset is because, one, it's my headset. Okay. So, I'm tired of these negative compliments.
Negative compliments.
Not on here for you all to make fun of me.
Comments, not compliments.
It's uncalled for. I don't make fun of your
stuff. Yeah, look at that. 5K likes.
You make fun of mine
on this video. Isn't that crazy?
But I use the headset so that way you all can hear me. Okay. And plus, that way I can hear the sounds. Don't make fun of me. Peace out. So you want to go use the same...
Peace out. That's all I got to say. So yeah, there's some times that he kind of goes off and stuff like that. Some of them are kind of funny. Somebody said, and you know what? They ain't lying on this one though. It looks like you have the Walmart reading glasses that are made for women.
Okay, I'm not here to impress any of you. Making fun of my glasses. I don't make fun of your glasses if you wear them. I don't care if we're friends or we're not friends. I don't have problems blocking. It's uncalled for.
They do look like a couple pair of reading glasses that I got at like Dollar Tree.
Rude comments. It's uncalled for. Not here to impress any of you. You don't like my glasses? Go buy me a new pair. Out of your pocket. So, there's nothing wrong with my glasses.
Wait till he gets those Department of Correction issue glasses.
The rude comments. Okay. I'm not here to...
Yeah, and that one has, look, 3,698 likes. I mean, imagine how many views it had. Like, I don't know. These videos where he's like going off and stuff like that, for whatever reason, we're getting so many likes. And I don't know, for a while, I mean, this is from back in 2020, but that's how his account got like built up, like back during that time, like, you know, with a lot of these videos. And yeah, trolls are his niche. Yeah.
You see how angry he gets?
Yeah.
Imagine if he really did get the 13-year-old girl to run away from home and come live with him. How angry he would get with her.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so you want to know?
Crazy.
Oh, this is when he was homeless. This is when he claimed to be homeless too.
Why I'm homeless? Well, think of it this way. Staying with somebody who more or less was treating me...
It is Blue Monster. I'm going to show you something about that.
Nurse. Always telling me to leave. Then begging me to come back. And I chose the path of being homeless because more or less I got tired of the back and forth. Leave, come back, leave, come back. And I got tired of it. So that is why I chose to be homeless. Because I got tired of it. I was going to take it. She moved somebody else in. And I was told to get out. So that is why I'm homeless.
Wait a minute.
I don't regret any minute of it.
But did he choose to be homeless, or did she tell him to get the hell out? He just said that he chose to be homeless and chose to leave. But then he said she told him to get the hell out. Well, that sounds like getting kicked out to me. It didn't sound like it was his choice. Yeah. 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 He stays with people, whether it be women, men, whoever, like, will give him a place to stay. Again, I consider him what I call a hobosexual, because he will literally live wherever. He will adjust his orientation to whatever he needs to so that he has a place to live.
I'm surprised he didn't ask Epic Girl if he can stay with her.
Right? So yeah, this is his other TikTok, J-Man's World of Gaming. I will make a video and I'll show you all of his TikTok accounts and his Facebook accounts and all of that, so that way you can report it. Yeah, I wanted to show you this Facebook account that I came across today, Chris. And this is his merch shop.
I'm about to get some.
Oh my god. The J-Man World of Gaming merch shop.
Oh, I'm definitely buying something.
Oh, but wait till you see what he has first.
I need that.
New merch idea. Bolts is not ammo. Another new merch idea.
What the?
I told you. Zombie on a shelf. New merch idea. Something that says, here we have our blueberry cocktail salmon. Are you sure you want to buy this merch, Chris?
Well, is there any more?
Yes, of course there is.
You probably don't have my size.
Now, some of these are like video game, 7 Ways to Die. That's like a video game, I believe. Yeah. So, like, maybe this makes sense to people who play the video game, like it's a video game reference or something. Yeah, I guess, Breezy, I don't know. Uh-oh, Ghostbusters merch. That's catchy. What are you going to do if you see a ghost? That's really catchy.
I'm going to say, boo.
Or there's this one, Cyberpunk 20277, whatever that means. J-Man, and it's not even, like wrapped around properly. J-Man World of Gaming.
It's supposed to say 2077. That's what it says under Cyberpunk.
Oh.
Okay.
How about some Spider-Man merch that says J-Man World of Gaming is not a spider?
No, because he's Batman.
Yeah, Jess Marie in the comments said his shipping is delayed for a bit right now. There's going to be a delay of months or years, hopefully.
It's like I just want to go to Cincinnati, Ohio, and break the law so I can go and see if they'll put me in the cell with him to ask him why.
How about that one? Minecraft, and it says J-Man World of Gaming cares for y'all.
Cares for the little kids.
Hey, Happy. Good night, Happy. Yeah, right?
Me and him's got something in common. We both care for little kids. I care to stop people like him from harming the little kids, and he really cares for the little kids. Uh-oh. Batman sign.
Batman fans. Yeah, I don't get this. This has something to do with 7 Days to Die video game. What heck? Why is there a chicken on my mini bike?
I don't know.
How about his logo? This is his logo, he says.
What? I don't even know. Oh, them are controllers for the game Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
Triangle, the circle, the square.
Yeah, the little symbols.
Yeah.
Or how about one with his picture?
Oh, I gotta have that.
J-Man Gaming, and then it says 5. I don't know what the 5 is for, but
Off the dollar bill.
oh, $5 bill.
Yep. Wonder if he'll loan me $5.
Something having to do with.
You guys want to put money on his books, you guys can contact the Hamilton County Sheriff's Department.
Oh, you want to join the J-Man Army?
He's got his. I wonder what them bullets are meant for.
Grand Theft Auto. Yeah.
Oh, that's what the 5 is for. The Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yep.
Got it. I can't hear you. I'm gaming. Okay, here's an interesting one. Make cat food tacos. People will eat them.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, Mrs. Sanchez, have a good night at work. Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, only $15. I don't get it. Again, it says it has to do with that video game, so maybe people who played that video game get it. Maybe it's like an inside joke. I don't know.
I mean, I really thought he had merch. Like,
he says he does.
I really wanted to buy one of his shirts and wear it. Now he's got me disappointed.
Apparently this says, eat dog food, you will bark like a dog.
I haven't seen nobody liking it, though.
I know.
I wonder why.
I haven't seen anybody buying anything.
There's my shirt. I knew he had them.
There's the one with salmon and blueberries again.
I mean, there's not one like on any of these posts.
Eat tuna, you might grow gills.
Gills.
Well, I know that's what it's supposed to say, but it says gills.
My bad.
And it's oceanic tuna. Let's see. Says merch shop, we can make stickers, t-shirts, all size tumblers, cups, expiring more in the future.
He types like I do.
Don't litter unless it's cornmeal.
I do.
What does that mean? Don't litter unless it's cornmeal.
I have no idea. This is gonna get down on all fours like a cat and dog and eat it.
So weird. There's that stuff with the salmon and the blueberry. That was his first idea, I guess.
He must love blueberry salmon.
Yeah, I don't get it. Breezy said, I heard he's supplying the souvenir t-shirts for Firefest too. What island is that going to be on? So yeah, that's all I really have for him. I mean, there's so much more. Like, he has so many more TikTok videos and YouTube videos that are like bizarre and ironic and weird. Oh, there was one more. There was the one I sent to you, Chris. And now I have the link because I sent it to you. Like bizarre, weird stuff. And, feel free to look around while you're reporting. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Feel free to, while you're reporting, look around at some of the stuff. If you find anything especially concerning, feel free to, pass it on to me. If it's something that I missed, or something. Maybe I didn't send it to you, Chris. It was the one with the. Oh, here it is. I found it. This is kind of ironic too. This was posted on his Batman 84 account. Look at that, a wanted poster. of himself.
Oh, we could definitely Photoshop that.
Yeah, maybe Madison. Yeah, we can get this on a merch.
Yes.
Except we got to change that number. It can't be whatever that number that, you know.
Maybe we could change it to 10,000.
Yeah, Ellie Joe, you can. There's plenty that violate guidelines.
Why did
We
he
got to
put
make it like $1 or something.
We're dead or alive. What did I do? That's a good question, sir, but the real question is, what did I do? What the fuck did I do? What? Let's see how much
We know what you did. We know what you did.
What did I do? That's a good question, sir, but the real question is, what did I do? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we know what you did. We know what you did. So, yeah, some of these videos were very ironic when I came across them. Things where he's, like, mentioning jail and stuff like that. And they were supposed to be jokes, you know, and little things to get views and likes. Well, some
He's
of them
getting views tonight.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, that's all I really have for right now on him. But if you find other interesting things as you are going and reporting his videos, please let me know. I'll be willing to do a follow-up and share some of those on a future live stream if we find some other interesting things. Just send me the link to it. Just send me the link to anything you find. You can email it to me or forward it to me on TikTok. And I'm going to be going through and reporting all of it, you know, anything that I can. And I will make a video that shows all of his accounts so that you can help to do the same. It would be wonderful if whenever he gets out of jail, all of his accounts are gone. So I am going to do an update on Mark. I was trying to do a little bit of an update on Mark. And then my live got discontinued on my 412 account. And I didn't come back on because I was trying to kind of salvage my accounts. I still have a ban on my 412 account for another 6 days. I started a new 411 account that should be able to go live. What's up?
TikTok does not like you do that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us awareness creators have been getting falsely reported lately. It's just a thing that's happening. So, I mean, I started another account named Scamslam 411, which was my original account, and that one got hacked. But luckily, nobody had taken the name in the meantime, so I just started a new one. So, but you can't go live on an account until you have at least 1,000 followers and you have the account active for 7 days. So, I still have like 3 more days left till I can even go live on that account. So, you know, I'm just gonna keep starting a whole bunch of backup accounts. That's all. I'm just gonna create a bunch of backup accounts. Right now, I have 3 accounts, and if anything ever happens where I can't go live on any of my TikTok accounts, I will go live on YouTube. I've done that before. I had to do that when I was covering Mark because they kept taking me down for things that Mark was saying. So here's the video I did about Mark today. In case you missed it, please check it out on my account and repost so everybody knows. Can you come in a 401 so we can follow it? Yes, good idea. I actually was going to do that. Give me 1 second because, believe it or not, I have a third device.
What was the lady's name that won the box?
Hot Mess, I think, or something like that. I think it was Hot Mess or something.
I could find her and message her.
Yeah, I think she said she was going to reach out to you, but...
Yeah, I don't know if she ever did. I just want to make sure I get the right person.
Hotness.
Okay.
Something like that. Hotness, Hot Mess. I'm sure one of us can find her account.
Hotness, are you still in here?
Because I think they follow us and stuff, so I'm sure I could find it and like forward you the correct account.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let me see if I can get in the box here.
Account. There, that's fine.
Yeah, let me see if I can get in the box here. Sorry for the echo.
Let me see if I can get in the box here.
Oh, I can't do it until I have live access on it. Sorry for the echo. Here, I'll come in the chat. Give me a second. On it. Sorry for the echo. Here, I'll come in the chat. Give me a second. On it. Sorry for the echo. Here, I'll come in the chat. Give me a second. On it. Turn the sound down. There's the account down there in the chat. It says Scamslam 411. If you can please follow that account. I have like 1,200 on that account now at this point, but it needs to be active for a couple more days. Your account needs to be active for at least a week, so I think I need 3 or 4 more days on it yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then I'm going to have to go live at least 3 times to get access to boxes. And what I'll do is I'll use my third device and just stream my same exact live streams. You know what I mean? For my time. I've done that before. But so, yeah, Mark was live today. Just once, I think, unless he went live at all while we were live streaming here tonight. Thank you for following. Thank you for following my other account. He's pissed because he now has no payment methods.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah, we got his Cash App shut down, and he's really pissed.
Congratulations, Cat.
Yes, we did a good job. We got finally. We were
you guys do an epic job.
Yeah, we were reporting it for a while. Finally got his Cash App taken down. He's pissed. He has no electronic payment methods left because he had already lost his Venmo and his PayPal, and now the Cash App was the last thing he had. And so now we got his Cash App shut down. So I made a video, the full video of his live. He was only live for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. It's posted on my YouTube page if you want to watch the whole thing. He says what he's been doing is going out and panhandling and holding up a sign. And the picture behind him, he says that's where he does it at, by the Texas Roadhouse. And he said that he's been getting enough panhandling that he's been able to pay for a hotel every night.
I'll bet that one. Money.
Yeah. And, but he did say that he would be willing to accept a tent if somebody would be willing to, I don't know, order one through Walmart or something for him. But he cannot receive any cash right now.
Tell him that I'll hand deliver it if he comes to Indiana.
Oh, I'm sure he ain't going to do that. He also was saying something about trying to get out of that area and getting a bus ticket again. But, I mean, he didn't even say where he would be trying to go or anything. So I don't even know where he would try to go. It's really weird. But what was the other thing? There was something else about the tent. I mean, he had the money many times over for a tent, and he just never got one. He could have had a tent. So I don't understand, what he's doing. So let's take a look at the video I made in case you missed it. Please feel free to watch, comment, and repost.
So I don't have Cash App anymore, so...
Of course, I added the violin music.
I can't get no help from nobody. The trolls finally got my Cash App closed down. I called them and they won't open it. They said they'll just work on it, but nothing I can do right now about it. Nope, my money apps are all closed. Which I guess is about time. I mean, whatever. I don't have any. My PayPal's closed. My Cash App is closed. My Venmo won't let me into it. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't have Cash App anymore, so I don't know why I came on here. I can't.
So yeah, and there were a lot of people, and a lot of people saying good job to me, but it's good job to everyone. It wasn't just me reporting it; it was all of us coming together, all of us reporting it, all of us sharing videos, and all of us doing everything that we could to get the word out to get this his Cash App shut down for scamming, which he was scamming, and it was a coordinated effort. And it is a great job for awareness for that. Oh, thank you, Marlisa. Yeah, I did have the nose picking in there when Kevin Hart jumped out. So yeah, he only, I'm surprised he finally got live access on that brand new account. And as far as I know, he only went live once today on it. And he was saying that, it's weird. He was saying, yeah, like, I don't even know why I went live. He's like, because I can't get any help on here. So I don't even know why I came on here, which is true. Like, yeah, why are you coming on? The only time he would ever come on is to get money. He didn't ever come on to do anything else.
He's about to start having people donate Western Union.
Well, see, what I'm hoping he doesn't do is like what LR does, which is Lisa Richard. You might not know who that is. She would get other people to use their Cash Apps and PayPals, and it was insane. There were because I covered her extensively for months, close to about a year, actually, almost a year, a couple months to a year. There would be days that she literally would be using a different Cash App every time she came on, and she would be coming on like 6 to 10 times a day, and every time she came on, she would have another Cash App, and she was using neighbors, friends, her rug dealer, random TikTok people that let her, agreed to let her use their Cash Apps and stuff. And then these people were getting their Cash Apps taken down because we were reporting theirs too. Yeah. Like, we were reporting anybody that she put on the screen, because she would, because she still had Chime. So she would have other people accept Cash App on their Cash App, but then send it, to her then on Chime.
I'm surprised he got a Chime and started using it.
He doesn't have a Chime, I don't think. He could try to get one, you know what I mean? That's the thing. And he is trying to do stuff, okay? Like, look, there was a comment on my one video. It's still here. Hold on, let me show you this comment on this video. Okay, the video I made where I showed a bunch of the text messages and stuff? Somebody just put a comment on here, and this guy, because I looked, this guy who commented used to kind of seem like he was maybe trying to help Mark. Like, he had put a positive comment on one of Mark's videos, like giving him suggestions about trying to get a tent or something. Okay, it's this James Lee person. Seemed like he was being really nice and helpful to Mark. Well, he apparently saw the video with the messages, and then James says, I tried to offer him assistance, but he only replied with, I don't give my info out, donate to my Cash App, and asked me to go live and ask for money for him.
Wow.
So he's trying to get other people to go live for him and ask for money, and I don't put it past him to be asking some of his supporters, like, hey, can I use your Cash App or your PayPal or your Venmo or something? But guess what? Anybody who does that, we're going to report theirs too, and their stuff is going to get shut down, and then they're going to end up getting pissed off, because then their electronic payment methods are going to get shut down. But that's just how it is. Like, don't do that to help a scammer. I'm just saying, like, that's what's going to happen. So please don't let anybody let him use your payment methods. Now, someone had brought to my attention a very old account of Mark's, and this is what I was going to show you guys the other day when I got shut down. Okay. Give me a second here. I had got shut down and I didn't get a chance to show you this stuff. Somebody sent me a link to an old account that Mark had, and I was shocked by what I saw. Let me see there. Let me find the link. It was called Big Mark. Let me see. Big Mark 0202. All right. Everybody knows who Austin Tamargo is, right? You might not know, Chris, if you're not in awareness, but he was a guy that was on TikTok, and he was begging all the time, and he always had this little catchphrase he would use and say, who got $1? Let me find out, and stuff like that. He had these little phrases he would use. Thank you, Sandy. And He ended up getting in a lot of trouble because he was actually caught, I'm going to say it, M-baiting, if you know what I mean, like baiting himself on a live stream. You couldn't see him doing it, but you could see his arms doing it, if you know what I mean. People were like, everybody in awareness was like trying to get him shut down for years. It took forever, and he finally got perma-banned off of TikTok. But then he did get a new device. He came back on, but I think that account got banned too. I think he's still active on YouTube, and he's been begging on there off and on as well. Yes, I'm talking about Austin Tamargo. Yeah, now he says, who got a galaxy? Let me find out. Yeah, baiting the master. Yes. But it took such a long time to get his account down. So listen to Big Mark. This is when Austin was still on the app, right? Listen to Mark talking to Austin Tamargo. This is crazy. He says, hey, this video is for Austin. Here you go. He's at work. This is when Mark had a job.
Hey, this video's for Austin. You know who you are. I know I've helped you out a couple times, but I seen their video earlier saying you don't need to respect the people on here, but yet you're asking for their money. Dude, come on. Get a job, get a life, do better about yourself. I used to do what you did, and my followers are right. Wow. It's time to get off my ass and get a job, and I did. You can definitely do the same thing, my friend. What? There's plenty of work everywhere. Hell, if you come to where I'm at, I can get you a job. No problem.
Somebody a job, you can
just get off of doing what you do every day. I need to stop doing it too. I need to stop asking for money, and I'm going to. So please, guy, do something with your life.
Do something with your life. Look.
Hey, this video's for.
Yeah, the irony of the stuff he is saying to Austin Tamargo back then. Here, wait, I'm going to show you the account. There's more. There is so much more on this account that I did not know about. So thank you to the person who sent me this account. It is Big Mark 0202. All right, let me show you some stuff. This is when he was with Mary. This is right around the time when the bust happened.
Yeah, because they were using Big Mark and Big Mary. 0202.
Yep, and he was posting pictures of they would make dinner, of the dinners that they would make together.
Look up Big Mary 0202.
Yeah, I'll have to try to look at that. But
and 0101.
There's one here. There's a video here I want to find. There's stuff here of him working at the carnivals. Look how different he looked there. I don't know who some of these other people are. This is watch this one. 9,000 views.
How was everybody this morning?
Look, he had a whole tent.
A little camp tour.
A whole camp.
We have going on out here.
This one he was in Virginia.
Virginia Beach. Now this isn't all homeless people's camps. This ain't even how most of them camp because we're not normal homeless.
Look at all the stuff they had.
Or your weird homeless people that like to live like you have an apartment.
Thank you, Laurie. Thank you, Laurie.
Several chairs, which I don't know why they're stacked right in front of his tent. The thing we cook on.
Laurie J sent them.
Bikes that belong to other people here. 2 of them that don't work. That's mine and Robert's tent.
Oh, his and Robert's tent.
Brokeback style.
You see, we got our top off.
This is before he was with Mary.
Fire pit.
They got quite the setup there. Look.
Over there is where we take our dumps.
Ew.
Trash pile, because why not? It's been there for a while. We've been trying to clean it up. Tent that doesn't work anymore. Matt's extra one. This is what we sit under when it's raining, or just any time. That's all of our dirty dishes, then propane stove, coffee, percolator, clean dishes somewhere underneath the table. 2 coolers, one for dry goods and one for soda. This is the dry goods cooler, which we have to keep a chain around it because the raccoons will get into it. This is the ones the raccoons don't go in or they just get a bath. My table, chair, another chair. Another camp person. You probably all know her from TikTok too. Most y'all follow her. Hi. Her other tent way over there that nobody's in, I don't think.
Good night, Andrea. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we had too many tents. There's another one too that's somewhere at the old TP from last year that most y'all remember. It's still around. It's laying around somewhere on the ground. Oh yeah, it's over there.
Yeah, look at their setup.
Right there. Yep, that's the TV. That's still around. I don't know how it survived since last August, but they said it's had like 6 or 7 different people in it, which is all right. So hopefully y'all enjoy this video. I've been telling you I would do a camp tour. I'm not going to do that on live because more people will see it like this. So peace, love, and chicken grease, everybody. Camp tour. Morning.
Yeah, look at that. And people paid for a lot of that stuff back then. Now he has nothing. But let me go back to some of the Austin videos because
not just some of it.
Yeah.
He don't pay for nothing out of his own pocket.
Mm-hmm.
If it comes out of his pocket, it's because one of you guys put it in his pocket. Not you guys.
True. So he goes off for a while about Austin. He has quite a few videos about Austin. I actually just think he was trying to do it to get clout and stuff, because Austin was getting a lot of attention from awareness groups and, other people even. Like, he did have a large following. There was a lot of people tracking what was going on with him. And I don't know, he was just trying to start a fight with Austin. So let's see what else he said. I think this is about Austin. Look, see, that's Austin.
Chicken and shrimp. It's very sad, brother. I used to do what you did. If nobody's seen this, maybe go watch this video. He's saying he don't need y'all respect, meaning he just needs your money.
Oh.
The difference is when I did it, I actually respected my followers.
Oh, really?
My friends and the people that helped me.
Oh.
Get what I had and helped me, and also gave me criticism to get off my ass and go get a job.
Oh.
Dude, you're not a content creator.
Neither are you.
I followed you. I've helped you, and I never should have, and I never will again. I'm sorry, but you just said it right then and there. You're never going to get a job. Hopefully people see this video.
Yeah, hopefully people see this video.
I don't call people out because I've done it myself. I've begged on here. But I'm going to put those days past me from now on.
Really?
And I mean that cold-heartedly.
From 2022.
Hello, my name is Austin Samargo.
2022.
Lovely chicken and shrimp.
There they run pizza.
Okay, if Big Mark or anyone else on TikTok.
And so then Austin was calling him back out.
To let all these trolls and
disclaimer: this is not bullying or harassment.
They were going back and forth at each other for a while.
But hold on. You want to call me out for having a 9 to 5 when the people that give you money work a 9 to 5? Dude, you're not a content creator. You come on here and beg for money every day to stay in a motel room instead of working to get off the streets to better your life.
Who's staying in a hotel room now, Mark?
Against you, do what you want. Maybe look into yourself on what you're actually doing with your life, because people are going to help you no matter what, but they want to see you help yourself too. Are you making money off YouTube?
Yeah, see? He needs to take his own advice in these videos. Like, the nerve of him to be saying this stuff to Austin Samargo.
Hey, dude, you really need to get a life, brother.
Huh?
I'm being for real with you.
The audacity.
Get a life. Get a fucking job.
But he gets pissed when people tell him to get a job.
Well, it's Saturday morning. Good afternoon.
And there's food.
Good morning, my love.
I don't know who that is. Food.
Good morning, my home dogs and home strollers. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful and blessed morning. Same thing with
Look
Austin.
at the date here, Chris. 9/27/22. This is right around the time of the bus.
On here.
The same month and year.
Have a good day, and you have your room for another day at least.
You found these videos.
Maybe get a tip and go sleep in the woods. You'd be better off. Do what I did. Get a job. Get yourself off the streets, man. You can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I know this ain't the most glamorous thing to do to have to work to make your money. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Everybody does.
Hold on, what were you saying? I'm so sorry. It was hard for me to hear you.
No, it's just saying that when we were hunting him down, we seen these videos, and he's sitting here saying anybody can do it. Then why ain't he doing it?
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to be look back at these videos and taking his own advice. Get a effing job and all that other stuff. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Well, yeah, I'm not doing that no more. Well, look at you now, man. Mark, damn, this was almost 3 years ago.
Right.
2.5 years ago. Yeah, and this was right around the time of the bus, because it was September 2022. But I don't know the exact date, so I don't know if it was like before or after this, but yeah.
I just want to know, does he file taxes on all the money that he brings in?
Oh, I'm sure he don't. He has said before that he doesn't file taxes. Somebody asked, didn't you get a tax return back? Because he was begging for money, and he's like, I don't file taxes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Taxes.
Wow. See, let's see what else he says.
So please, stay kind, stay blessed. Stay horny.
Ew.
I mean, no, not that, sorry. But yeah, just do what y'all gotta do. Austin, peace out, brother. I hope you have a wonderful day.
You friends with Austin?
Good morning, my home dogs at home.
Ugh.
One minute he don't like Austin, the next minute they're best friends.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's life.
Can I ask you?
So y'all are right. I need to get over this obsession with Austin.
Obsession with Austin.
But 1:56, an hour and a half left to go here. So y'all stay horny and stay good. Peace out, my homeboys and home dogs. So y'all are right. I need to get over.
And imagine he's saying that to Austin. Ugh. After what Austin did too. Like, come on.
Tonight,
more food.
Good morning. How is everybody doing?
This one?
I don't think I say this enough, guys.
Oh, listen how nice
how
he
much
is
I
here.
love and respect all of my followers on here.
Oh, yeah.
My friends, the people that I've got to know over the years.
This is an old account.
It became my rock in hard times that helped me out, looked out for me, but also told me the hard truth to help me realize that there's something better in life. And I'm just going to say this nicely to all the other ones doing what I used to do. Please, guys, if I can get a girlfriend, which is not the most important thing, get a job and get off the streets thanks to her, anybody can do it. It's all about putting one foot in front of the other and trying to succeed in life, which I didn't try to do for the longest. So please, everybody, please stay positive, stay kind, and love one another is all we can do. Peace. Good morning. How is everybody doing? I don't think I say this.
Didn't hear claim he didn't take his phone to work because Mary made him leave it. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, he had his phone at work. This proves he had his phone at work. Yeah.
Hey, guys, PSA. Please remember, surprise wake-up sex is great unless you're in prison.
Oh, wow.
Just keep that in mind.
Wow, really? Hear that? Maybe that's where he should be.
Hey, guys, PSA. Please remember, surprise wake-up sex is great unless you're in prison.
What a weirdo.
Good afternoon, my kid.
And that was it. After that, he stopped posting on that account. I'm thinking that, that's right around the time when the bus thing happened and all of that. And he probably, I wasn't really watching him at that time, but I'm guessing he probably did what a lot of scammers and beggars do, is that he took a little bit of a break from social media and then came back on with a brand new account, trying to, act like that never happened, trying to kind of rebrand himself, for lack of a better term. So, yep, exactly, Giggles. Yep, we showed that. Yeah, he lost his Cash App. So there was one last thing that I wanted to show you guys and this is kind of going back to the topic of Jason Vogel. It's actually a story that I found on YouTube about how predators are exploiting Fortnite and other gaming apps and things like that. And this is actually just from like 1 or 2 days ago. So this is a very, very recent story. It's based on they show a little highlight of an actual story that happened, an actual situation that happened in Arizona, and then they kind of tell parents like some of the red flags to look out for. It's only maybe like 10 or 15 minutes, but I'm hoping that this helps someone, might help somebody out there to, in case you come across this in your household or with any minors that you know that are involved with gaming, because it can be very dangerous. So let's just take a look at this story. I appreciate you sticking around for this part.
A disturbing case of an 11-year-old boy receiving graphic video and images from a pedophile. He's now in prison, but that boy was not alone. It happened, according to his parents and police, through the popular video game Fortnite. That's on this edition of the Arizona's Family Investigates podcast. Anchor Nicole Kreitz looked into this story and spoke with the child's parents. Here's her report.
This was so grotesque and so over the top and so sexual in nature that it didn't even cross my mind that this is something that we would have to deal with.
These Scottsdale parents asked us to conceal their identity. Their son was only 11 when they caught a pedophile sending him graphic videos.
We had parental controls in place. We thought we were doing everything right. We checked his phone. We checked his computer.
They even paid for extra safety apps and features.
Unfortunately, the technology is very difficult to make bulletproof.
Nothing could have prepared them for the stranger who singled out their son.
It would not have occurred to me to say, and if a man shows you a picture of his penis, this is what you should do.
Their son is on the autism spectrum with ADHD.
So playing games and being online was sort of his outlet.
Fortnite is his favorite game. That's where he met this man.
Sir, state your name and date of birth.
Jacob Lozano, December 8th, 2000.
Jacob Lozano lied about his age to groom preteen boys online.
He moved them from Fortnite to Discord, and it started happening very, very quickly.
Maricopa County Prosecutor Maggie Toth says the digital evidence is irrefutable.
What he would videotape and send to them were things that no 11-year-old child should ever have to see.
That popular platform Discord lets hundreds of millions of users share videos and live chat, clicking a simple button to bypass so-called age restrictions.
It would go from talking about sexual acts openly to what do you like to do to yourself.
This man didn't have any criminal history, right?
He did not.
But no one does until they're caught.
Exactly.
That's why what these parents did as soon as they found out made all the difference, helping detectives build a case.
The Scottsdale Police Department was able to identify the boys in Arizona, a boy in California, and I believe 2 boys in Georgia. There are more unknown victims.
They were on vacation when Grandma walked into their son's room before school.
She said, I saw a picture of male genitalia on his computer. What should I do?
Mom checked her emotions, locked down her son's apps and accounts, and reached out to police who took over his gaming console.
I sort of immediately knew that if there is something going on, we want to preserve everything that's been said and sent, because if we weren't very careful about it, then we could lose all the information that would tell us the extent of what he had been exposed to.
Does it ever show in the digital record that a voice chat happened or a length of time?
That's where it becomes a black hole, that we don't know what happens beyond that.
Because unless it's being recorded, it's gone.
While Discord's platform guidelines say they have a zero-tolerance policy against grooming, sexual exploitation of minors, and content that sexualizes children that they will report and ban users, They do not scan direct messages and group chats for illegal content.
The penalty after trial is significant. These are essentially numerous life counts.
Lozano pleaded guilty, sentenced to 32 years and lifetime probation as a level 3 sex offender. Detectives say Lozano sent cash and gift cards to some of the boys in exchange for sexual videos.
They know that these may not be things that they want to do. So if I say I'm going to send you a gift card for $100, well, then maybe I'll do it.
We heard from the detective that even one child, he delivered a pizza to his house.
I will never forgive myself for this happening under my nose.
To protect your kids, experts suggest you set screen time limits and check their accounts. Watch for red flags like sneaking to play or hiding their screens. And no matter how young your child is, if you're letting them on any social platform, tell them to come to you if anyone shows them or talks to them about body parts covered by a bathing suit.
It's as awkward as it might be, as difficult as it might be, as busy as you might be. You still have to do it.
Their son is in counseling, and they say got solicited again not long after they allowed him back online.
Wow.
I think it's not if this will happen, but probably when.
That's why you can't let anyone else beat you to those pivotal talks with your children.
Nothing is going to replace your direct parenting intervention.
Nicole joining us now. Tell me, how are you first alerted to this story?
Well, it just came up. We got a release from Maricopa County Attorney's Office about this Florida man who was sentenced to 32 years for child sexual exploitation and explained a little bit of the
Florida
connection of him trying to reach out to these kids on Fortnite. And there were 3 teens in Scottsdale. We ran a little pacer in our evening newscast, and I just, as a parent of 2 teens, I was like, I want to know more about that. So I reached out to the county attorney's office, asked if we could talk to the prosecutor, asked if we could talk to any of the families. And they said the family that alerted us to this case is very interested in speaking. They just want to conceal their identity because their son's, was only 11 when this happened. But it was just, to me, something like, you just hear about things like this happening, but to happen to 3 kids in Scottsdale and them only being 11 years old, that just was really a red flag for me.
Yeah, there were so many disturbing details about this story. Tell me, there's a lot when we're editing down a story for the newscast that you can include. Are there certain details that really stuck with you that you weren't able to include?
Yeah, and that was the interesting part in talking with these 2 parents. They were both very interested in getting the word out because they said it's so important to educate other parents out there, because they said, I can't believe this happened on my watch. And that the details were so disturbing and so grotesque that they're like, it's really a fine line between wanting to educate even friends or neighbors or other family members. And they're like, how do we educate people without crossing that line of, giving them way too much information or oversharing, and then people being like, I didn't want to know that. And certainly when I looked at the court documents, the details of what this man, 13 years older than these young boys, was asking them to do. And prosecutors said when they went back through the digital evidence, it happened real quickly. First, it was like, hey, let's have a side chat on Discord. And, a lot of kids, I didn't even know really what Discord was all about, but it's basically like a WhatsApp. You can text, you can chat, you can do live videos, you can share videos, you can, engage with all different mediums and everything. So it's known in the gaming industry as like a place where gamers can go to share tips on how to get to the next level up in your gaming, that type of thing. So I think a lot of these boys were familiar with the concept of Discord, like going to get secrets on how to play Fortnite smarter or level up faster, those types of things. So when he asked them to have like a side chat on Discord, maybe that didn't raise a benchmark for them of like, this is a threat or something.
I'll show you,
but the things he was asking them to do, it started out like truth or dare type of things, like asking them how sexually experienced they were, to things like, hey, let's talk about this, or what do you do to make yourself feel good? And then it just escalated real quickly into removing clothes, showing body parts, asking for explicit poses, him showing videos, him bringing a dildo into the conversation and live chats and videos, and just things that you can't imagine an 11-year-old boy being exposed to, because
they probably hadn't even, searched up anything like that on their own. They don't know that these things are out there. And the first time that was the shock to me, is like the first time they're having any kind of sexual experience or, even thoughts is coming from a predator, coming from a pedophile who's trying to groom them and trick them.
That is just terrifying. And these parents had controls, they had the parental controls in place. Is there something looking back on this that they said they would have done differently?
Yeah, and I think they said the main thing mom said was, we thought just by having, you talk about stranger danger, don't talk to strangers and stuff. And even the folks at Epic Games with Fortnite reached out to me after the story aired, and they say, we tell parents and kids, like, if you're under 13, you can't access certain texts and chats and stuff like that. And you can, as a parent, put on the controls that you can get a PIN number if they get a friend request, that then the parent has to put in the PIN number and stuff. Kids kind of know how to work around those things. And there are things like you can only be friends with people. You can default to everybody, friends and teammates, or friends only. And I think mom said that they allowed him, like, okay, you can only chat live in your Fortnite game with friends only. And then she said, so when he started talking about names of people who weren't classmates, she said, I probably could have dug a little bit deeper, like, well, tell me more about this person, or what do you know about him? And I think as a mom, my husband is in law enforcement, and he's always like, you share too much with the kids. But it's not like I want to scare them, but I always just try to say, like, you don't know who's on the other end of that console. You don't know who's on the other end of that chat.
So this discussion does go on for about another 20 minutes. The important part was I wanted to show you that story. I would encourage you to watch the entire thing, because they do point out other red flags, and they do also give suggestions if you do have a family member, who experiences this, and kind of some of the best ways, the best practices to handle it. Obviously, contacting law enforcement is one, but it's also having the appropriate discussions with your children. And again, we discussed earlier about not punishing the child by taking these games and devices away from them, because if you do that, they won't be honest with you if they get approached again. And the child in this situation, after he was approached by the first predator, he was approached again. So they give suggestions such as that throughout this. I will show you the name of the page and the link, because some of you said you wanted that. And I hope that you will watch the entire thing. It's from a news station in Arizona, I think. Let me see here. Let me see what the name of the page is.
I personally think that parents should...
I just feel like kids can be fooled so...
All right, here's the name of the page.
Scam, did you hear what I said?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think that parents should, test their kids and see if their kids are going to come and tell them, don't go get graphic with your kids, but just see if you're, make you a fake account and talk to just your child to see if your child will come and tell you, hey, Johnny W is over here, asking me where I live, just to see if your child will come back to you and tell you, because kids these days can be very sneaky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they talk about that a little bit more in that article, that, sometimes kids, they don't really realize the seriousness of, who they're talking to and what's going on. They don't realize the seriousness. They think it's cool. These predators know how to talk to these kids to make them feel, I don't know, important, or they might think, wow, they're treating me like I'm like an older teenager. They're treating me almost like I'm grown. Like they're not treating me like a little kid. Like, this is awesome. Everybody else treats me like a little kid, My older siblings, my parents, they treat me like a baby, but this person treats me different. And this is really cool, and that's kind of like their thought process. They're not thinking at this point that it's anything that's going to lead to anything potentially dangerous. And I think that there was a big similarity in this case too with yours, Chris, because she mentioned how once the parents alerted the police, they did the same thing. Like they took control from there, and they I think that somehow they got access to the devices, and then they had their own chats with this guy
I
to
get that a
gather their
lot.
own, to gather their own evidence to prosecute him. And they didn't just rely on the parents report. Even they did work themselves, where they had conversations with the predator and got evidence on all of that. With something like this, they also give tips in that article, or in that video later on, about how to handle things if this happens, because you don't want to take control. If you find out that something like this is happening, you don't want to take control of your kids' devices and go on there and do anything to tip off the predator. Because if the predator gets tipped off that there is something going on, or that the police have been contacted, they're just going to delete all the chats or delete their accounts or whatever. You know what I mean? And then all the evidence could possibly be gone or difficult to get.
Okay, on that, the police can pull that back up.
Yeah, I mean, but it could make it more difficult.
Right,
You know what I'm
it
saying?
does. I mean, yeah, because they can bring anything that you delete back, but yeah, like you said, it does make it more difficult.
Yeah, and if it gets to be, real difficult, they might not even want to continue to pursue it unless it's something really serious. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Sometimes
you're 100% right on that. You'll get a lazy cop or a lazy prosecutor. Like, if it ain't A to B, they don't want to mess with it.
Right. And so, yeah, the page, this is on YouTube. The page is Arizona's Family 3 TV, CBS 5. It's the at AZ Family, at AZ Family. And that's where this video is posted. Again, it was just posted 2 days ago, so it should be on here somewhat recent. I'm sure you'll be able to find it if you look around on here. There's other stuff, obviously, and some of these other things you might be interested in, but yeah, it was just from 2 days ago. And if you search for the title of it, hold on, let me go back into my history, because I just did a search and into my history because I just did a search and sorry about that. I just did a search and I came across a couple of news articles
So much by
and YouTube videos, but this was the best one that I came across today. The title of it is How Predators Exploit Fortnite and Children's Favorite Games. And it's from 2 days ago. So very, very recent. You are very welcome. So I do encourage you to check out that video and watch that in its entirety, especially if you have children, grandchildren, or other minors in your care, or that you're close to, that that this could possibly affect. It is a very serious thing, and a lot of times things like this are happening and it's not getting reported. And also another trend that they're seeing is, it's not usually just one predator and one victim. It's one predator and multiple victims, just like this guy. They found five or six victims in several different states, and there may have been more. There may have been more that they never even became aware of. And they extradited this guy all the way from Florida to Arizona to prosecute him on this stuff. So that's all that I have for you tonight. I thank you for joining me. I know it was a very long live. When you come to one of my lives, I always have a lot of stuff to show you. I do my research and I prepare and I get it. Awesome. I get it all out there. I mean, actually, in this case, there's a lot more. That Jason Vogel has a lot more videos and stuff that I didn't even get a chance to look at. Feel free to browse those in your free time. And again, if you come across any other interesting videos on his YouTube or his TikTok, you can alert me to those. Thank you, Diva. And I will make a video showing all of his accounts, so that way you to make sure that you have all of them at your disposal, so that you can get your reporting fingers ready. Okay. You are very welcome, Marlisa. Did you have any final thoughts, Chris, or anything?
I just want to tell everybody thank you for for having me and Epic Girl on here. Thank you to Mark for him being stupid and introducing me to you, because without him, we wouldn't be here.
Hey, everything happens for a reason, right? So we met because of Mark. Isn't that special?
He did something
And Chris, are you going to one question I have? Are you going to be able to get any kind of continuing updates as the court process goes on for Jason Vogel?
I'll reach out. I'm going to reach out to the detective and see if he can give me anything.
Okay.
It's not like he's right here in my town. He's from me, so it's kind of hard.
Maybe we can continually keep checking the Ohio public records, because they are pretty good at keeping those up to date, and they are fairly easily accessible to the public through their website. So maybe we can just keep an eye on those and see if any new information or documents or progress is shown there.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you another case for you to research.
Okay.
I think it's gonna blow your mind.
Oh boy, don't they always?
It's about a school teacher here in Indiana.
Oh my. Well, don't give out too much information in case they happen to be watching. We don't want to tip them off.
Oh no, she's in jail.
Oh, okay.
They end up getting her. Her name's Brittany Fortenberry. I have to get the exact spelling for you. But yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, if you give me all the information, I'll pull stuff together. I'll pull it all together.
Yeah.
I'll also do some little extra. You know how I do a little extra research, because I'll see if they, had any social media accounts or other things online and things like that I can possibly show.
Yeah.
That kind of brings things more together for us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big rabbit hole on this one.
Aren't they? They always are. They always are.
Well, you think we've been live
sometimes
for 3
they
hours.
seem like just a cut and dried thing, but it always ends up being so much more.
You think we've been live for 3.5 hours? With her, you're probably looking at about 6.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to plan plan to go live earlier and be live for that long, or we could do it in parts or something.
Right. Yep.
Well, thank you guys for the compliments. We're doing our best. We're out here spreading awareness. We're exposing, individuals that need to be exposed. Great job to Chris and his group at Epic for all their hard work, and for, they have an arrest now under their belt on this one with Jason Vogel, and that's awesome.
Yep. I appreciate you guys, and thank you to Epic Girl, because she killed it on this one.
Yeah, thank you to her. She's doing a great job, and I hope she continues to help out and to be involved, and get some more of these guys.
And I'll reach out to, what was the girl's name, the lady's name again?
Hot Mess something.
I'll go back and look.
I can. BB probably has it, but she probably went to bed.
Contact with her and give her a chance to be able to claim if she wants it.
Yeah, I think she's one of my followers, so I'll check if she's in my follower list. If not, I'm sure BB took note of it, and so I can get that to you.
Yeah, if she don't want it, then we'll give it to somebody else on another one.
Okay. That sounds awesome. Thank you so much for offering that. That is amazing. Very generous of you. Thank you so much for doing that.
All right, y'all keep doing epic shit. Love y'all.
Yep, you keep doing epic shit too. All right. Everyone have an epic night. And I will see you next time. Thank you again so much for joining us and for all of your support. I appreciate and love all you guys. Have a good one.